you want some water, it's in the fridge, but you cannot have any. If you want some soda, it's in the fridge.
What kind of soda?
Cherry cola.
Yeah, clear soda. I don't drink Pepsi.
Like Crystal Pepsi? So you're looking for Crystal Pepsi, are you? By the way, we're on the air. Hello, guys.
I know, but I was too busy drinking.
And I thought you were talking about Crystal Pepsi. Hello, everybody. This is Not a Clue Podcast. We're this is one done.
Let's do it with a Zima.
Oh, man.
The new Coke to go along with it. And a Mr. Pibb.
You get some of that vagina out of your vagina, sand out of your vagina.
Wow, some vagina out of your vagina. We're off to a good start here, Not a Clue Podcast. My name is Brad.
I'm not.
And then we do not have the intern again this week, so fill-in intern we have.
Don't call me that again.
Fill-in intern we have Billy Lewis.
We should make him a third part of the show.
We have Billy Lewis.
Just keep off even more.
That'd be so funny. It'd be like, what's his name, Dinesh in Deadpool? When he's in Deadpool 2. That'd be great. But anyway, you're listening here at Spreaker.com/show/NotACluePodcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/NotACluePodcast. On that Twitter thing at NotACluePod. Instagram at NotACluePodcast. Billy, would you like to say anything about your Instagram really quick?
Oh, I won an award today.
What kind of award did you get?
It's just
And how did it get presented to you? And
the Clean Teeth Award.
Oh, wow, all right.
The most okayest patient/flosser.
Oh, that's
Not many people get this award, so I don't mean to brag. So,
Brag, bitch, brag.
we move on. It's probably the best
Well,
award.
did you want to, publicize your Instagram so all the kids can follow it? You sure? All the kids would be there. You got to get those 279,301 likes, like we said.
FRP.
There you go. On Instagram, Billy Lewis FRP. Check it out, kiddies. Like the okayest award. What was it? The most okayest?
Yeah, most okayest.
Okay.
I mean, which is top honor, really, if you think about it.
You're the bee's knees.
One of the best ever.
The cat's meow, if you will. We just said the bee's knees and the cat's meow while you were gone.
Sorry, my back is killing me.
From carrying the show?
That too, but no, I stay home from work because of my back.
Bacchiotomy.
I've been in bed all day popping muscle relaxers.
Those vitamins.
As soon as I finish the show, I'm going to lay right back down.
Vitamins. They're vitamins.
No, muscle relaxers. And they ain't working. I got to get new ones. I got to go back to the doctor.
Okay, so let's kick the show off with the news that broke just a little bit ago.
Billy Lewis is homosexual?
That and Tim Duncan's actually going to be a coach.
Assistant coach on the
Yeah, he's going to be assistant coach. Did you see what Pop said about it?
I don't know, probably something profoundly stupid, and
Basically,
they think it's the...
only fitting after I served loyally for 19 years as Tim Duncan's assistant. He now is returning the favor.
Something I was going to say, it's so profound,
Yeah.
it's actually really
Yeah.
stupid.
So do you think that's a good idea to bring him in as a coach?
The big fundamentals. If he can teach 20%, if he can teach the kids and they get 10% better, 20% better, it's no harm in it.
No. And so now it's him and Becky Harmon as assistant coaches.
I do Becky Harmon.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the court, left-handed hook all day.
Now I don't know if you're talking about a sex thing or a fight.
Oh, play basketball.
Oh, okay. I meant or basketball.
She bust my ass.
In more than one way.
And I believe she's gay also.
But that's why I mean she would bust your ass in more than
I
one
was
way.
strap one. If not, she can borrow bills.
She wouldn't even take it out of the box for her. She'd just sham it. She'd just jam it right in there.
Wow.
She'd sham wow you.
Sham wow.
Plug. Anyway. I just wanted to get that out there to start out. This is a kind of a winging it episode. Because
So normal?
No, I don't even have my handy dandy notebook.
So normal?
Other than usually I do.
Lately.
Well, I figure when when football starts getting up like in a couple weeks, I'll get the notebook back out.
Starts this week.
Yeah, this Friday. Friday.
Yeah.
16th.
I think all teams. It's Friday. It's all of them are officially in. So you're getting excited for the football season?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I was excited when it ended. So.
I need a time away. I can't just take football all the time.
Well, I can.
I have other interests in my
Well,
life.
I don't.
Like baseball
Basketball.
and basketball and hockey and stroking it
Water polo.
and tennis, cricket,
That's my
bowling, ping pong.
manga ping. Water polo.
He already said it.
Yeah, but he's bringing it back.
Oh.
That good.
So, hey,
You ever play water polo?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Put a
Regular
little
polo.
respect on it.
Oh, that is my respect.
No.
He's not good at it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I can swim.
It doesn't matter.
I can walk. That doesn't mean I'm a walker.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to.
And he just schooled you.
That's why you want him on the show.
That's a high five for Jesus, and you can't participate in that neither.
One of these days, we're going to get on the water court and we'll see your skills.
Boom!
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Is that like,
Drop the mic.
is that like getting on the waterbed and showing him the other skills too?
Okay, shows past my
I'm just
expertise.
asking. I'm asking for a friend.
Shit went past my expertise.
I'm asking for a friend.
What friend? We're here.
He's not here right now. He's not here right now. He might be an intern. I don't know.
All this family has to like you.
That ain't true. There's a lot of my family who's ready to dick punch. Yeah, man. Those are good as hell.
What is it?
Sour Patch popsicles?
Oh,
They're as good as they sound.
are they as good as hell?
Nope, even better.
Even better. Oh,
Oh, wait. You gotta download the app for me and open your phone.
What? I'm not on Wi-Fi.
Yes, you are.
Wi-Fi.
You automatically connect.
No, I don't.
He's got a new phone.
I have a new
It
phone.
automatically connects.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I
What? That was really you?
what?
That's
Oh, yeah. Okay,
I thought it was.
yeah, a lot of
I'm
people
not gonna lie. I'm sorry, man. I thought it was like one of those things. I even changed my friggin' password.
You thought he was hacked and it got to
Yeah.
you?
She's not the first person to say
It was so generic. Like it was. It didn't sound like CD. Actually, it was
No,
like,
it wasn't.
hey there, I think you might like this. I'm like, that ain't him.
You know what it was? I was at the game, my softball last night, and I was talking to Nikki, Richard's wife, girlfriend, her,
On and off thing, yeah.
and I sent it to her. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I just went down my contacts. I mean,
And you were just like, you get one, and you get one, and you
I was
get
over with the
you get an Ibotta, and you get an Ibotta.
maybe like she texted me. Did you send this to her friends that are on my list? I was like, maybe.
That might have happened.
And they was like, well, they thought they got hacked. I was like, oh no, that was me. My
Yeah,
sister,
I guess I should have texted you, but
my sister-in-law, her sister did it.
I was in the middle of doing something. I don't remember what. But I'm like,
Vanessa,
what?
you said you were in the middle
Doing
of
something.
That's something.
Vanessa Hutchins?
Hutchins?
Yeah.
Hutchins.
Let's go with her.
So there you go.
But yeah, it's like, this is totally not sleeping.
So much should I put my nigga and download this?
Instead of hey there,
It's a generic thing.
Yeah,
it should have said
Did you get
urinal
one
kit.
too?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you guys download it?
No.
What the fludge?
Why? What do I get out of it?
Get whatever you can get out of it.
What is it?
It's a
Which
shopping
one,
app.
Which one was
Oh,
it? That I sent to you?
Ibotta.
Yeah, and you don't have to shop.
It's the
on it.
Ibotta app.
You shop at Walmart just as much as I do.
Oh, yeah.
You can enter your receipts right from Walmart.
Oh, alright.
Look, this is how much I've gotten over the last 6 months.
This podcast has turned into the Ibotta show.
I never said the name.
We have.
Well, what do you? Can you actually use that line?
You get gift cards to
Oh, really?
all types of stuff.
Porn shops.
You can get it right to your
Dirty
PayPal
Downs.
account.
Dirty Downs.
Venmo, I went there today. Me and
you?
Don, the BFFs.
Nice. Do you want to bring him on the show one day? We can ask him what it's like to.
Okay, you caught my bluff. Son of a bitch.
Well, my next step was to turn this way and be like, "Did he really?"
I told you I've been on the couch all day.
The couch.
I was in the bed, but I couldn't lay in bed no more, so I came and Aaron helped me get on the couch before she went
The
to her
couch.
appointment.
Every time we say couch, I'm sorry.
And I had my legs up, going off and on to sleep because of the muscle relaxer.
And where were you again?
I'll explain it to you later.
I appreciate it.
I was listening.
Buddy, you weren't paying attention.
You're not our favorite right now.
Yeah, you were listening, but you weren't here.
Is this Jimmy? Is this White Man Can't Jump? What the fuck is this?
It's a little
This is
racist.
some of the things you can do. PayPal, Venmo, Amazon.
Alright.
So, should the Chargers pay Melvin Gordon? I know we kind of talked about this last week,
Yes.
but the Chargers have dug in today by basically saying that they are not going to extend him yet.
Bam.
What is he on? His fifth year right
He's
now?
on his last. He's on his rookie, yes.
So they got a whole year to try and get it done.
And then 2 more franchise tags. Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, they can keep the franchise tag going.
So they technically got him for 7 more years. I mean, 3 more
Wow,
years.
7. Shit.
Oh,
That's a vicious franchise
Yeah.
tag.
And then you're pretty much done as a running back.
And then you can transition tag him. The NBA is so stupid in that way. I don't know.
Maybe the NFL. Yeah, because this is his 5th year option. Like we said last week, this is his big pay raise. It's $5.6 million. That's all he's getting. It sounds like, I mean, to us, 5.6 is a hell of a lot of money, but
Listen, $5.6 is a lot of. I'm fucking begging people to join Ibotta.
as you need the
You get referral
gift
credits.
cards and all that shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to use for Christmas. Between that and my other 2 apps,
Yeah.
I'm over $200 already.
So I guess the Chargers, or not the Chargers, but the NFL put out a poll, like one of the like NFL Network or whatever, put out a poll, or Bleacher Report put out a poll, and out of like tens of thousands of votes for Charger fans, or supposed Charger fans, 51-49 for the percentage on paying him for yes to no.
I say pay him. You're not gonna get nobody better. He's one of the top 5 backs.
Or at least now that the draft's going to go.
You don't think nobody in the draft is as good as him?
Well, you got to look.
No, probably not.
He's a top 5 back right
You
now.
never know
Nah,
what you're going to get.
not this year. I don't think you have any Saquons this year.
Oh, God.
No Kareem Hunts.
No,
And he came out of nowhere.
and
Bryce Love.
so you would think he's too injury prone. Too injury
A
prone.
couple years ago, he would have been
Yeah.
a first-round pick.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, Josh Jacobs, I'm curious to see what he has to offer. I was hoping Campbell would have traded back in and get him.
You're still wondering what Rojo's going to
But
be
yeah,
like.
we're currently rolling with him and Peyton Barber. Okay.
Because Peyton Barber's been a super stud.
I mean, he's been reliable.
He's consistently
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he's the most okayest running back.
Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Did he get an award too?
He's gonna.
Especially if he gets you another like 800 yards, just being okay.
Get your 400 carries for 800 yards and 6 touchdowns every year.
And 40 catches.
This year I like is David Montgomery. Is that the one your boys got? Is that who you guys got?
Yes.
Yeah, I like him. I'm not saying he's no.
He's no Melvin Gordon.
Well, he's
I got
also
Melvin Gordon as the 4th best back in the NFL.
the 4th. You have Zeke Elliott, Saquon Barkley, Amari Cooper, Christian McCaffrey. Or sorry, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey. And then then there's him. You have like David Johnson, Le'Veon
I got him
Bell.
above.
I'm just rambling.
I have him above McCaffrey.
I mean,
McCaffrey's a better
you have
all-purpose
Saquon
back.
in the top 5 after 1 year.
I have him at the number 1 back in the league right now. He proved
I'm not saying I disagree. I'm just trying to-
he showed what he can do with a bad offensive line. No outside help. Evan Ingram hurt for 70% of the season.
Yeah.
He catches the ball out the backfield, and it's biased, obviously, being a Giants fan.
I mean, other than Hernandez, who the hell's he got on the line? Who's
Nate
that?
Soldier.
Yeah.
So I always want to call him Nate Soldier.
I do too.
Nate Soldier. The other kid they picked up last year. Can't think of his name. Whatever. But he showed you what he can do last year.
Like toward the end of the year,
He's a power back that has quick lateral movement. And the first
I'm not saying I disagree.
the first tackler usually doesn't break him down.
It is
Are you, are you still talking about Barkley or Gallman, the other?
Barkley.
Okay. Because I was like,
Gallman?
I thought you were talking about the backup suddenly.
No.
Okay.
No,
I didn't
think Golf was going to be a heck of a lot better.
Me too.
I thought so too.
Listen,
Nowadays,
I had him in a fantasy
If
if
league.
I have the first pick of any draft, I'm taking Barkley.
it's the 3rd or 4th round running backs nowadays that somehow become just look at
Kareem Hunt.
Kamara.
Alvin Kamara, yeah.
I got him as a third best. Well, all right, let me differentiate. I have Saquon as the best overall back. I have Alvin Kamara as the best. No, as the best. Yeah, Barkley as the best overall back. All encompassing. Zeke as the best running back.
Okay.
If that makes a difference. To differentiate. I think he comes out the backfield better. I have Kamara number 2 and McCaffrey number 3. I have Melvin Gordon as the 4th best running back.
Even though he also puts up receptions and stuff too.
He does, but
like last year.
It's not like with McCaffrey.
No, McCaffrey got. Actually, I have it right here. McCaffrey had 124 targets last year. Melvin Gordon only had 66. But still, he had 50 catches for.
He had a 101 catch? No, not 100.
107 catches.
He did have 107 catches?
107 catches.
But he had 102.
He didn't know 1,000.
No,
he didn't have 1,000 rushes.
Wait, he didn't have 1,000?
He had 1,000
No,
rushing.
1,000 receiving.
Well, he was damn close.
800? 8 and change?
867.
I have him as the second best overall back. Because his running, I thought he would be a better runner out of college, but he's proven to be a better.
And one thing that I think also helps Gordon, because we talked about it last week, and it also helps McCaffrey. They don't fumble very often.
Neither does Barkley. Albeit 1 year, he didn't drop the ball once last year.
No, you're right.
Lost fumbles. And what he had 2 in college in 3 years, something like that.
I get the first pick.
I hope I get it. I know who I'm taking.
Well, let's actually I wanted to transition this because since you activated the league.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I know.
Sorry. It has the projections for our league now, like for like the rankings.
No, I don't look at them.
Well, I figured we could talk
the way we draft or
for what
projections.
Yeah, for the Yahoo projections for our league. Who do you think they have as number 1?
Barkley.
Zeke.
One of you two is right. Which one is right?
One of us.
I wanted you guys to try to
Barkley. I'm going to say Barkley. He's going to say Zeke.
It's Zeke. They have him projected number 1. Barkley is number 2.
I mean, once he doesn't get suspended.
Even if he does, I'm still taking Barkley over him. Because Barkley's going to give you, he's going to give you those home run plays out the backfield.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. I had a feeling it was Zeke.
Who I think is the best running back. If he caught the ball a little bit better out the backfield.
Just projection for the top
average draft pick, right?
Yeah. It's what
it's probably going like 1.2, 1.3.
No, it actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4. It actually has it all like what they're projecting
for the first round.
For everybody, it's everybody.
Yeah. I don't look at it because you can look between just because you can look between them, NFL, MSN, and they have 4 different things.
Well, it was just easy for me to bring it up because it was on our page.
Like the top 25, it's just a guessing game.
It actually has.
I mean, it's all guessing.
It projects for their projections. They have him as 1 for Zeke Elliott, but they said his actual ranking will be 30th.
I don't understand.
Like point wise, because quarterbacks usually get more. Quarterbacks end up getting more points.
I'm not taking the quarterback in the first 3 rounds.
But there's that. So number 2.
The only one I would take in the first couple is Career.
Just to.
That's a good point.
Just to look at how many points they had last year.
287.
Zeke Elliott had 311 or 331 in our league. Barkley had 423.
Because he's
that's a huge difference. Huge difference. He had 91 catches for 721 yards and 4 touchdowns. Plus, he also had 2 40-yard receptions and a touchdown.
Big touchdowns.
Yeah.
I know he caught that 70-something yard one from Odell.
And he had a 2-point conversion to go along with it too.
And I just think he's going to get better because you got Mr. Dump down.
But not to say Zeke Elliott doesn't catch the ball. He targeted 95 times. He had 77 catches. For 567 yards and 3 touchdowns.
That's what I was going to say. He doesn't have that big play catch, so he doesn't get.
No.
Like you give Saquon the ball out the backfield on a screen.
Yeah,
he can take it to the house.
Well, Barkley also got all the bonuses for all those 40-yard rushes he had.
That's what I thought Rojo was going to be last year because he was doing that left and right and SC.
Take it to the house. Take it to the house. Who's your first wide receiver off the board?
Me?
I do got a question for us later.
Probably D-Hop. You guys know I want to say Evans, but I think I would have to.
Realistically.
Well, Evans,
All right, you got the 5th pick. All 4 of your first running backs are gone.
So that means
a wide receiver.
So wait, so the 4 would be Elliott, Barkley, Kamara, McCaffrey?
Whoever
Gone?
he has, yeah.
Okay.
I can say, if you want to say Melvin Gordon or whoever you got, say you have
If I had the 5th pick.
and
the top 4 running backs you think who are going to be
like the next step of running backs you think are all 2nd round backs.
Probably go Hopkins. Probably.
I'm honestly, if I get the 2nd pick and Barkley's going, I'm going Hopkins.
Probably.
I think Hopkins is the best receiver in the
I
NFL.
don't want to go Evans, but I think I could probably
Get him in the 2nd round.
Get him in the 2nd round.
And I think if you were like in 8, 9, you can definitely get him in the 2nd round.
Godwin's going to be something this year, even better than last year.
Marquise?
No, Chris.
Chris Godwin?
Yeah. Across
So you're thinking a good win in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Oh, if he stays healthy.
If Jimmy G stays healthy, I think that's
Also,
what takes more of it.
Actually, if that team stays healthy.
I think he's got the bounce back. Yeah, I think he's going to be.
I think
I'm surprised
Godwin's
this year.
going to have a very nice year, especially if Aaron.
Look.
I don't know.
I don't want to be giving away. No, I'm not. I can't say it. He's one of my sleepers, my late round sleepers.
Who?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, him. Okay.
That
I
guy.
have him in the same vein I had Cooper Kupp 2 years ago, and I was super high on Cooper Kupp.
Scotty Miller. Slot receiver we got.
You know me so well.
Scotty doesn't know.
But I think I'm going to end up drafting him maybe 3 or 4 rounds early this
I
year.
tried that a couple times last year. One of them worked all right. The DJ Shark one did not work at all.
I
thought he was, because I was going off of like Jacksonville just being better.
yeah, progressing.
Yeah. And then when my boy Marquise went down, I was like, oh my god,
He's got to step
this
up,
is going
right?
to be great. And then just Jaguars as a whole just.
Well, look who their quarterback was.
Yeah, but he played very well the year before.
No, he didn't.
Got him to the conference
He
championship.
didn't get him nowhere. That defense got him to the conference championship. It was more like they're gonna score
So you're saying it was more like a Gilfer or
7.
Brad Johnson?
They're gonna score not even that good. They're gonna
Rex
score
Grossman.
7. They're gonna score 6 to 13 points.
I was going to compare it to Rex Grossman. When
Yeah.
the Bears had the really
because
good
Rex Grossman didn't really make those mistakes.
he, as a Bear fan, he did, but they weren't as televised as.
Well,
To be honest with you,
Well, I know because you didn't see Rex Grossman with
he did.
interception when they're down 3 in the red zone. They're down 1 in the red zone.
No,
he's not calling 4 straight audibles to throw it.
Oh, okay, no, that.
I'm talking about just absolute. He's not throwing into quadruple coverage when your tight end is first. It's third and 3. He's not throwing a 60-yard bomb when your tight end's wide open with his thumbs up.
No, Rex Grossman would throw to that wide open tight end and just miss him. That's what would happen.
Well, at least he threw it to the wide open tight end.
Yeah,
fucking Blake Bortles was throwing it to the triple coverage person downfield.
He was.
Fucking dingbat.
So Hopkins' totals last year were 163 targets, 115 catches, 1,572 yards, 11 touchdowns.
And the most contested catches I've ever seen in my life. He has the best hands in football.
I think that one that he caught against his ass was.
And I think Fitzgerald still has the best hands in football. But D-Hop, he goes up and makes the contested catch better than anyone I've seen since Calvin Johnson.
So yeah, I thought you were going to jokingly say Julian Edelman, but that's just what.
He makes for his size. I hate the Patriots, but you got to give it to him.
I took the risk on him last year. Everybody was waiting
those
later.
catches he made against the Falcons, against the Rams, in the Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I mean, that one I still thought hit the ground going against the Falcons.
If it did, it just barely touched a blade of grass or
a blade of turf.
It was insane, and I feel dirty saying it, but I take him on my team in a heartbeat.
On my real team, I'm not fantasy picking him.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I think the Patriots are going to regress.
Do you? Well, do you think they're doing a good thing by not offering Brady a contract yet?
No, because if he comes out tomorrow and says, give me a contract, they will.
Yeah.
He's already said he wants to play.
He wants to play. No, if he goes, give me a contract. I want a 2-year contract, they'll give it to him. He's saying, I want to play, but he's not. If he comes out and goes, listen.
I don't think it's a big deal. He always signs such team-friendly deals.
Yeah, he's done that for the last 4 or 5 years.
Outside of football, how many
endorsements? His wife makes $700,000 for a fucking coffee book.
Yeah, I mean,
coffee table book.
Shit,
I think if he goes out, if he goes to crap and goes, all right, I'm playing the next 2 years, I want a contract. This is what I want.
What is he now? 41?
44?
No, he's 41. He's 41.
Is he?
Yeah.
I thought he was 40.
What do you say? You want to play at 45?
You want to play till he's 45?
I think he's done.
Yeah, but we were saying that for 4 years.
I drafted him last year.
You did.
What's that?
And I never drafted
Arizona
him.
State kid that they picked up. I think that kid's going to have a nice year.
Oh,
I forgot his name now. He makes insane catches, too.
isn't it in Keel?
Nikhil
Harris.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Brady's done. He doesn't have a security blanket no more.
Who knows their backup? Garrett Stidham? Is that who they drafted?
You could be their backup right now.
I would love
He'd
to.
make you a 60-catch, 500-yard receiver.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm gonna say
Nowadays, I get you 4 years, $30 million.
Yeah, look at all the wideouts in Buffalo stuff.
Brady will be 42 in 2 weeks.
I think the drop comes so quickly.
Well, look at Peyton Manning. Peyton
Yeah,
Manning hit him like halfway through a season.
And you can
at the neck injury though too.
you saw the decline last year.
Look at
Look at
I
Favre.
was watching Montana and KC.
Or watching Favre, even though he had flashes of good stuff.
Yeah, he'll still have
Well,
flashes.
geez, that Minnesota year there.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I was hoping the goddamn Saints cheated left and right.
Bounty Gate.
Oh God, it wasn't. I was
It was no. He's not.
I was just being smart.
He's absolutely right.
Disdain for the Saints.
I can't.
You love him. You love him.
I can't see myself drafting Brady at all this year. I think the drop is going to be tremendously quickly.
What rookie quarterback would you draft?
None of them. I don't draft rookie
Even
quarterbacks.
in three, that we need 3 quarterbacks?
2 quarterback leagues?
Well,
No.
we still need at least 3 though.
I barely get 2 sometimes. What are you talking to me for?
He was lucky to get one. He was lucky to draft one a couple years ago.
What are you talking to me about quarterbacks?
Rookie quarterback you would snag this year?
No.
I'd take a second-year quarterback.
I think if you're going to have to take one, it's got to be Kyler or none.
Honestly, I would still.
I don't know if Haskins is going to start. Obviously, Daniel Jones, they say, isn't going.
I was going to say. I was going to say this in a minute.
Kyler's going to be a flop.
the
I don't know if he'll be a
Giants.
flop. I don't think he's going to
The Giants came out today and said there's absolutely no competition. It's Eli's team.
Oh, yeah, they said that since draft night.
They said that the last 4 years.
But when you become 0-4,
They'll stick
not
with
saying
him.
you will.
No, they will.
Oh,
They'll be 1-3.
No, I think you guys, do we play again this year? You guys will get a win.
We're going to beat the Cowboys the first night. And then we're going to go on a 13-game losing streak.
Give everybody that false hope. The false hope of, oh my God, we
Eli's going to come out. He's going to have 270 with 3 touchdowns, no picks.
even like 4 yards rushing, which is like 300 yards rushing for him.
I don't even watch the
Slow old white man.
I can't think of a rookie quarterback that would be really, because I don't think Kyler's going to be any good.
Not with the team he has.
I think it's, I don't think his style works.
I think last year it was worth the risk on people like Darnold and stuff like that. It was worth the risk on guys like Darnold last year.
Well, yeah,
No.
they were going to start.
Not me. I picked him up late just because of the fill-in. I'm not drafting a rookie quarterback, period. I drafted a second-year quarterback that didn't start last year or didn't play if at all.
Or somebody who came in partway through the
Yeah,
season
somebody
type
that played
deal.
maybe the last 2-3 games to acclimate,
Yeah.
but I'm not drafting a rookie quarterback. I take Eli over a rookie quarterback.
You kind of like look at it as the Pat Mahomes way or the Aaron Rodgers way.
Yeah.
You sit behind somebody and then
Absolutely,
bing
exactly.
bang, there you go. You got for the most. Not all quarterbacks do that.
And I'm not saying like I take a Mahomes. Like Mahomes, no one saw that coming, except fucking maybe Josh. He drafted him way early. But I'd take a Donald or Josh Allen or something like that. But I don't think I would.
Baker.
I'll definitely take
I
Baker.
take Baker.
I think Baker would.
Really, those 3 I would take. I would not touch Lamar.
I was about ready to ask, would you touch Lamar?
I would.
No. You can't. It's weird because you can't throw in the NFL.
He can't, but he'll give you one. He'll give you 12. He'll go 12 for 23.
Brad knows Louisville's one of those backup schools. You know how we all have like that favorite coach, and Louisville's always been one of my backup teams, if you will. If there's a game I want to watch, he was so fun to watch in college.
Agreed.
He really was.
It's just
Only reason I would draft him is because he's going to rush for over 1,000 yards this year.
as long as he doesn't get hurt, but he's
He's going to be like.
bulked up, though. I did see that he did bulk.
He's
He's going to rush for over 1,000.
Would this be a fair comparison? This it hit me right now. Would he be like early Russ Wilson, where Russ Wilson?
Russ Wilson was a good thrower
He
even
was
early.
chucking it early.
He was still
But the thing is, though, he still was only throwing for like low 200s, but he was rushing the ball a lot.
It wasn't because you got to look who he still had one of the best backs in the league behind him.
I think it's going to happen a lot. You compare him to Vic.
I don't even think so. I like Vic coming out as a thrower.
I do too.
More. I think when you compare him, it's somebody you might have to compare him to like an RG3, something like that.
Which ironically is his backup.
Who can throw it, but you didn't really fear Griffin's arm as much as his mobile
Run, yeah.
And no one fears Lamar Jackson has a strong arm. It's just you don't know where it's going.
That game against San Diego, it was embarrassing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it because I like San Diego. I love Phillip Rivers.
Supercharged.
But it was just, I felt
who's Mr. Consistent. But
in a way.
What do you have rushing that game? 63 in the touch or something like that?
Ooh, eventually he did break away and have like one or two long. But he had like 25. What is it? 25 passing yards in like the third
23
quarter.
or so. Yeah.
That's.
But look, just think of it this way.
In Baltimore, and the
think of it this way. If he gives you 110 passing with a touchdown, 80 rushing in the touchdown, that's 20-something points.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in that aspect. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm taking this if I was a Baltimore fan. I think they were.
In real life, no.
I think they were even chanting for Flacco in that game.
No one ever won.
No, I thought they were. Flacco, that was going to be the next question. How do you think he'll do in Denver?
You can draft him.
No, I'm not saying I'm going to.
Everything comes back to fantasy.
Actually, Drew Lock in Denver.
Take him, please.
No, I'm not.
Please take him.
I'm taking rookies that
get him off my board.
Actually might be able to touch the field this year. That's all I'm saying.
No, what I'm saying is you take him. That means it's one good quarterback that is just still on the board.
I mean, I guess it depends what you mean by good.
Better than Drew Lock.
I don't know, man. Would you rather have Drew Lock or Eli?
Eli.
Yeah.
Because you know what you're going to get from Eli. He'll give you 20 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. 3,700 yards. 33 to 3,700 yards.
Yeah, plus that rushing.
Oh, he's going to get you 12 yards.
So, do you want to hear what the projections are for their points for this year?
Ooh.
For just like the players in the NFL from the Yahoo from our scoring league. Guess,
All right, I got my list ready already.
Who do you think would be number one? This is overall points
For overall points in the whole.
in our league. Yeah, this is the projection for this coming season.
That?
Yep. But the ridiculous 626 points.
They're also projecting them to go almost 550 touchdowns again.
They're projecting 41 touchdowns, 4,733 yards.
That's why I don't pay attention to some projections. They're stupid.
Who do you think the... Let me see here. I'm trying to see where... Oh, Jesus. They have Kyler Murray ahead of like Andy Dalton and stuff like that.
I can see that.
They have him projected at 459.03.
He's going to get a lot of garbage time touchdowns and he's going to get you a bunch of rushing yards. He'll have 800 rushing yards this year.
God, let me see here. They have him projected at 455 rushing yards.
He'll have more than that. Because he's going to be running for his life.
Anybody ahead of him in that? They have Deshaun Watson ahead of him. Cam Newton ahead of him. That's actually it on that list.
Not Lamar Jackson?
He must be on the next page. I only have the first 25 listed here. And then apparently Saquon Barkley would be ahead of him because he's on the top 25
He's
list.
going to go 2,000 throwing, 1,000 rushing.
They have Barkley at 1,397 for his yards and 12 touchdowns.
Total yards?
No, that's just
yards.
rushing. 720 on the 2,000 total yards.
He's going to go over 2,200.
They have him at 2117 is his
He
total.
might go over 2,300. I think he's going to go.
Still 2117 is a great
I think he's
number.
going to go 6,000.
Return as well.
No.
I'm not going to. What 2117 is it? Or is it still really
I think
good?
he's going to go 1,000 this year. And then he might approach
It's been a while
18
since I've
touchdowns.
done that,
Tomlinson, maybe?
huh? Jeez. I was thinking all the way back to
Roger Craig. No, somebody's done it more recently.
There was like only
Ricky
two
Ro-
guys
Ricky-
that had.
Ricky-
No, it wasn't Ricky Williams. It
No,
wasn't much of a
not
receiver.
Ricky Waters.
Oh. Are you checking, sir?
Yeah.
Roger Craig's definitely one of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was Chris Johnson one of them?
No.
Because that was his goal.
His goal was 2,400 yards. CJ 2K? Or 2,200? 23? Whatever Dickinson had, he wanted to go to the next 100. So I think Dickinson had 2217 or something like 2171, something like that, 2171. So he wanted to do 2,200 then.
I guess there's only like 2 or 3 guys that have ever done it.
To do what?
120 a game?
To go
Yeah. You know, it's average like 120, right?
more than that.
No.
16 games, 1,600, 140
For what?
to 2,200.
Oh, to get 2,200 yards rushing?
Yeah,
137.5.
There you go. So
that was close.
So it's been Marshall Falk did it twice.
That's what I was thinking. Not Tomlin.
And Roger Craig.
Okay. Not Ricky Waters? I thought Ricky Waters did.
I think you got
Nope, those are your. No, there's been like Chris Johnson was super close. He was only a handful of yards away from. LT was only a handful of yards away.
I thought he did it.
No, it was Roger.
Falk. Oh my God.
Roger Craig had 1,050 rushing and 1,016 receiving, and Marshall Falk 1,381 rushing, 1,048 receiving. So
Get down, fellas.
those are your someone an answer that happened. Marion Barber and Johnny Manziel were the two that one guy guessed was going to be the answer.
What's the question? The next two biggest.
No. That's name the 2 backs with 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same.
Nice. Does Marion Barber have 1,000 yards for a career?
He does. He played like 5-6 years.
He had like 2 good years.
No, I'm talking about receiving.
Oh, receiving. Well,
He can't have 1,000 receiving yards over his career.
Well, let me find out.
I don't think Manziel has 1,000 passing yards over his career.
Over. Well.
And Canada.
He only played like 2/3 of a game.
That's another thing.
Good point.
Marion Barber in his career had 4,780 rushing yards, and he had 179 catches for 1,330 yards.
So just barely.
Yeah, that was.
He had a Julio Johnson season. Julio Jones.
Basically, yes.
I like this Julio Johnson.
Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones put together.
Could you imagine that?
Oh my God, no.
Hey, yeah, it's D-Hop.
Be a 13-foot tall receiver. I'm literally combining.
Literally. Just give the quarterback 3 seconds and it's a touchdown.
Not even 3/10 of a second.
Well, you gotta let them get down the field a little bit.
Just take it. Well, if they're combined, it's the same person. 3 steps, and they're like.
Still, you can tackle him. Give him a chance to get down the field. You just chuck it up and go get it in the end zone.
Marion Barber's best season was 2007. He had 975 yards rushing, 10 touchdowns, and he had 44 catches
for 330 yards
for 282.
Nice.
His most touchdowns was the year before with 14, but he only had 654 yards.
Excuse me. He was a goal line back. He was scavenging touchdowns.
Well, they kept splitting backs left and right down there.
You didn't know who the hell you were.
Who the heck the other guy was.
It was a cavalcade. It was a revolving door. It was the dude that got caught for stealing cologne.
Yeah.
Can't think of his name now.
Yep.
Then
Keith were here. He might know because that's his team.
Roy Williams came in.
That's a wideout, yeah.
Not Roy. Darren McFadden came in for a year.
Oh.
Yeah, McFadden was one of the ones, yep.
1 or 2 years. And then DeMarco Murray was there for a minute. Well, not a minute, but you know what I mean.
A minute.
You watch basketball, right?
Yeah.
Enough of it?
Yeah.
Good.
Here and there.
No, I just got a question
What's that?
for later.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw it out right now. So I thought you were doing. I gotta get back to my page. Sorry.
Get back to your page. I'm okay with it.
Well, no, I was trying to get to So, according to last year, what the fuck? Let me go to the actual here. There we go. Back to where I was. The top wideouts would be D-Hop, then Devontae Adams, and then Julio Jones or Julio Johnson.
I like Julio Johnson.
Since we've dubbed him that. Then you got Odell and Michael Thomas. According for the
outside of Hopkins, I don't know who I would take second. Because the next 6 receivers is all bunched up for me.
Honestly, I think you probably couldn't go wrong. Unless they get injured, I mean, obviously.
No, all things being considered. Like, who would you take? Because you could throw Mike Evans into that group.
Thank you.
I drafted him in 6 or 7 leagues last year.
Oh, maybe go with Michael Thomas?
Exactly.
What was the question?
After Hopkins, who's the next one?
You got Devontae Adams, Julio Johnson, or Julio Jones, or Julio Jones, however you want to word him. Odell Beckham, Michael Thomas, and then he threw in Evans as well.
Well, I'd probably go Julio or Evans.
Julio Evans?
Julio or Evans.
Oh.
Honestly.
We're just combining people.
Yeah, fuck it.
The left side of him is one.
You know what it is? It could be Odell's right arm, Julio's left arm.
There's another almost 13-foot player.
Are you drafting Tyreek Hill in the first 2 rounds?
Yep.
If you can get him.
I mean, yeah, he's okay to play.
Yeah,
right?
He is. Yep.
He's not facing any suspension.
So, yeah.
I think he's in the level right under them. The Brendan Cooks,
like the
him,
Juju Smiths.
Juju Smith is.
I'm curious to see my boy Juju.
That's the only thing. I'm not sure if he's ready to take that next step without Brown next to him.
He's got James Washington across from him, who was a rookie last year. Eli Rogers, slot.
Tight end, I thought it was.
No, he's slot.
Eli Rogers, he's slot. Wait, now who are we going with? I'm sorry.
I'm talking about my boy Juju.
Oh, okay. Well, he also has Dante Moncrief there too.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, he I think might be their slot.
They drafted another wideout in the second this year?
They did. I can't remember his name,
Oh,
but they have Moncrief, and I thought he was going to be their slot.
I think he'll still be a 1,000 receiver, obviously.
Oh, let's see what Yahoo has projected here. Yahoo has projected him 104 catches, 1385, and 8.5 touchdowns. That's what they have it put at.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I mean, that's not a bad year, honestly.
If he can, like Devontae Adams has proven it, he can be the number one.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas
has proven it. Beckham has proven it. Smith-Schuster has yet to prove it.
Yeah.
He's always had a top 5 receiver on the other side of him, and that makes a difference.
Devontae's been turning it up, and he has such a revolving door across the way from him.
Oh God!
I just think he's
Jericho.
He's that good.
Jordy Nelson.
Geronimo Allen.
Jordy Nelson.
Randall Cobb.
Randall
St.
Cobb,
Brown's brother there. It's funny that I remember the younger kid. Emmanuel St. Brown. There we go.
But he also has maybe the most accurate quarterback in the league throwing to him, which matters.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you get a foot of separation, that's like 3 yards to Rodgers. Just a little bit of separation, he's usually going to put it.
9 times out of 10,
he's going to put it where only you can catch it.
And if you don't get it, it's either your fault or he overthrew you.
Yeah.
Hasn't Adams had 10 plus
touchdowns the last 2 seasons?
3 or 4?
I don't know the last 3. I thought it was at least the last 2.
Okay.
12 and 10, something like that. 110 touchdowns. I took him in the first round last year. The second round. I thought he was going to have a big breakout year. I also thought Randall Cobb was going to come back and play decently to take some of the leverage off of him.
They have Devontae Adams listed as 102 catches, 1,352 yards, 11 touchdowns.
Sounds about right. It's close to what he did last year.
Then you had Julio Jones projected 102 catches, but 1,556 yards and 8 touchdowns.
I don't see the 8 touchdowns, but
He didn't show up in camp.
he did? No shit.
I didn't,
I
didn't get that alert.
Wayne said it had nothing to do with the contract. So
Yeah, because he said he has faith in all the
he loves Arthur Blank. Yeah.
Like I said, I was in and out of consciousness all day. Then muscle relaxers kicked my butt, and they were good. Well, I had to take more than I normally take. Last night I took not a handful. Like I didn't overdose on them. But
Obviously, you're right here.
I'm supposed to. Obviously, or am I? I'm supposed to take. Say I'm supposed to take 2. I took 3 or 4, and I didn't want to do that today because I didn't want to be groggy or. But as soon as you fuckers leave, I'm going to pop some.
Devontae Adams, you asked, hasn't he done 10 touchdowns or more the last few seasons? The last 3, 16, 17, and 18. 12, 10, 13. But this last year was his first year of mega production. He had 111, 13, 86, 13 touchdowns. The 2 years before that, he had 74 for 885, 10 touchdowns, 75, 997, 12 touchdowns.
So I'm taking that next step.
But he only played in 14 games in 2017, so he could have went over 1,000.
I think he's a star.
Averaging 63 yards a game, he could have. It's 120. He was over it.
He is the lower level of the top level of wide receivers. He's towards the back of the top wide receivers, and that's no slight to him. It's now.
Well, you got to look at it. When there's a list, there's going to be somebody.
Listen, I don't even have Beckham in the top 3 right now, and you know what I feel about that. I think he's the most talented of all of them.
But you got to look at the team that you're on. Look who's throwing the ball at you. For fantasy wise, you got to do all these things too. It's not just in reality. It's fantasy too.
D-Hop is head and shoulders above everyone right now.
And as long as his quarterback stays healthy,
I don't even think it matters.
Well, his production took a hit anytime that Watson wasn't on the field. I almost said Hopkins was on the field. Of course, it's going to take a hit when he's not on the fucking field.
I don't think it's going to matter. I think it's going to be one of those years where it doesn't matter. It's going to be a Josh Gordon type year when he was in Cleveland 5 years ago when he had 36 different quarterbacks throwing it to him.
But he still had 1,600 yards. Yeah.
And I think it's going to be one of those. I think Hopkins has taken that steps where if you just throw it in his vicinity.
Oh, do you think it's going to be?
It's a catch, or it's. I'm thinking 1,500 to 1,700 yards this year.
Wow.
In that 1,500 to 1,700, 10 to 15 touchdowns. I'm even thinking he might go 16, 17.
He was definitely top 5 in yards. Right?
He was number 1 in catches. Number 3 in yards, I think.
Yeah, because it was Julio, then Mike.
Mike who?
Evans.
Was he?
Yeah, Evans was second in yardage this year.
I think it was. Oh, maybe. I had him on my.
And if he didn't have a couple drops, he might have been.
I'm more than a fucking couple.
Oh, trust me, man.
The dropsies.
Which is weird.
Evans was third in yards.
Who was second?
D-Hop.
Yeah.
And Julio Jones was first.
Are you sure?
I am 100% sure.
No, that's wrong.
Your lying stats lie to you.
But either way.
Wait, hang on. He still might be right. No, he's still wrong. Evans was third.
You're right.
1677, 1572, and Evans had 1524.
And he would have had 1,700.
If it wasn't for the drops.
Easily.
Dropsies.
No, I'm thinking D-Hop. All right, if he did 15 last year, I'm going 16 to 18 this year. He's checking up when he doesn't believe you.
No, Zach Ertz had the most yards. 12,000.
I was going to say, he had the most catches, didn't he? He led the league in catches last year, right?
For receptions?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Thomas did.
Yeah, Michael Thomas, then Ertz, and then D-Hop, then Julio,
Jones.
Then Adam Thielen was after that.
I had him almost. My receiver core was really good last year until the end of the season.
I was going to say, according to the people whose team they were on, because the last team that they were on is still listed, your name's on a lot of the top 5 for the receivers. Yeah,
I'm a wide receiver heavy because every year I used to go running back heavy, and my wide receiver core just sucked ass.
So you flipped it, and
Jeez, Julio's.
I made it to the finals.
Yeah. What'd you say?
Julio's only 30 this year.
Is he really?
Yeah. You got to think, they've been in the league quite a while now.
Jeez, Mike Evans is only 25.
He's only been in the league 5-6 years. He came out the year before Beckham, didn't he?
Yeah, because they're all like in the contract range.
Yeah, they all just re-upped. All of them. The only one that hasn't is
Oh God, we talked about this last week.
No, that's not the same year though. I was thinking Cooper, but Cooper came out 2 years after. Cooper came out. It's Cooper, Michael Thomas in the same. Brendan Cook's re-upped. He's in that draft class. Cooper, Thomas, the other kid out in not Calvin Ridley. Who's opposite of Julio Jones? Somebody else.
Mohamed Sanu?
No. Who is it? It's another one that was a pretty good receiver.
Oh, you're talking about back in the day?
Well, that came out with Amari Cooper and is it Devontae Adams?
Maybe, but I don't think he was a first round pick.
No, I'm just talking about in that draft class.
What draft class are we talking about again?
I think it's 4 years ago.
So
Because this is Cooper's 4th year.
So the 2014 draft?
15. Right?
This is Cooper's 4th year. And this is Thomas's 4th year. No, it's Thomas's 5th.
So that was the year. So that was the year of Jameis Winston and those guys. 2015 draft.
No, I don't think so. I think Cooper was the year before that.
Cooper Cup? No, Amari Cooper?
Yeah,
No, he came out the same year.
Amari Cooper came out the same year. He was the 4th pick in the draft in 2015.
Because it went Winston, Mariota, a lineman.
Yeah. That's
Oh, fuck.
Jacksonville.
I can't think. I can't think of
He went to Florida. Dante Fowler. The next
because he blew his knee up and they still signed him.
The next receiver drafted was a giant bust. Kevin White with the Bears.
Yeah.
He barely played because he was a
Broke his foot?
Shanda fucking Lear. Todd Gurley was drafted 10th that year.
Well, he was coming off a major injury too.
Yeah.
Not major, but
Devontae Parker was the next big receiver.
Right. I know it was and
Nelson Aguilar's in the first round. Rashad Perriman was in the first round of this draft too. Philip Dorsett also.
Yeah, because I picked Perriman in my minor league. I was like, oh, that looks disgusting.
Which reminds me, before I forget, we might have to replace somebody in our league.
In our league?
Yeah, in the belt league.
Who?
Nick.
Oh, Nick's probably not going to play?
Well, he's undecided. He's got so much going on personally.
Oh, okay.
Business, not personal like bad stuff personal, but just business
and stuff.
Business, personal-wise that way. He's expanding.
Oh, okay.
Which I totally respect.
Yeah, no. The second round people in that draft, Devin Smith, Dorial Green Beckham, who was supposed to be big because he was a tall son of a bitch. That man has 68 catches for 941 in his career. That's it.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's better than any one of us.
Better than Kevin White.
Yeah, true. Devin Funches was also drafted.
Huh? He kept getting in trouble.
Green Beckham?
Yeah. Devin Funches was also drafted as a tight end when he came out.
He just signed with
Indy.
Yeah. I like that pickup for him.
Indy's going to have a good team.
Like a 1 year earn it deal kind of thing.
I think Indy's going to have a good team.
And they still got a ton of cap when he left.
Also, Tyler Lockett, Jalen Strong, Chris Conley. We're getting way down now. I'm in the 3rd round now. Sammy Coates, Ty Montgomery, who's a running back now.
Where is he now?
Wasn't he still in Green Bay?
No, he left early.
Oh, he's in Baltimore.
Okay, yeah. He left early. They traded him after
Yeah, they traded him this past year.
something that happened in the locker room.
Yep. Let me see here. Jameson Crowder in the 4th round.
That was that year?
Yeah.
God, I just think he just plays so old.
I thought he was in the league a hell of a lot longer than that.
Like his game is an old game.
His career, he's got 221 receptions, 2,628 yards, 14 touchdowns.
He's got an old style game.
He also has
He looks old,
He also has one solo tackle.
probably like a fucking
Pick, probably. Vince Mayle.
Vince McMahon. I thought you were going to say.
Vincent Kenneth. Actually, I can't wait to watch the Raw reunion tonight.
You go for it. I'm probably going to be watching the back of my eyelids.
DeAndre Smelter.
That's DeAndre Hopkins.
In his career, he has 1 catch for 23 yards. He made it.
It's a big catch.
Apparently
it's a big
so.
catch. It was 4th and 13.
Rashad Green. He had 30 catches in his career. Stephon Diggs was in the 5th round.
Yeah.
That's a find.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
I think he's overrated.
Then you got trying to find any other.
I'm trying to talk Aaron.
Tony Lippett.
Trying to talk Aaron to join the league.
Rejoining. JJ Nelson. Kenny Bell never.
I think you were going to say Kenny Britt.
Never played a down in the NFL. Drafted by Tampa Bay.
Ooh, Nebraska.
Yes.
I couldn't do that one. I don't even know who that is.
I think he's in the CFL.
Keith Mumphrey. He was drafted in the 5th round as a wideout. Kalen Clay.
Yep.
Tampa. What college?
I honestly don't know.
This one's a
Iona.
No.
Technically close.
Sharkville U.
Very close. Utah, 4 letters. That's the only reason why Iona.
How was that? I'm thinking something like maybe BYU or something. fuck?
He transferred from Sharkville.
He transferred from Iona to Sharkville to Utah.
I don't remember Utah stuff.
Jeremy Davis.
Fucking that close.
It's 4 letters. You know, that was the reason.
Sharkville's on the coast.
It's close. They both have letters in the word.
Fucker.
They both have an A.
Jeremy
UTA. Oh yeah, you're right.
Jeremy Davis, Evan Spencer. Evan Spencer he played 1 game in the NFL. That was it. 1 game.
You got that jersey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bud Sasser never played a
Listen,
down.
I got my college baseball jersey. I only played one. I only got in 1 game.
Bud Sasser was drafted, never played.
And technically, it's not even my jersey because they didn't have my jersey, so I took the softball jersey.
Darren Waller.
I put my wrestling singlet in the frame from when I was like 12.
You can look at my wrestling singlet and be like, you didn't wrestle. That wasn't yours. You've never been that small.
I have a shelf of all my 3rd place trophies.
In 2-man tournaments.
I beat that girl, that's all that
With
matters.
that bitch ass. You pulled it out the end.
I ran over to my mom. I'm like, Mom, where do I touch her?
You'll figure it out.
Just not
That's what your dad said. Your dad's answer would have been that.
Just not where you touch yourself when you don't think we know.
Sounds that story. I'm just like, oh, cool. I'm glad I was.
I'm glad I'm here for your amusement, mother.
It's crazy how many active players there are and aren't from this draft, and it's only the 2015 draft.
What's the average of 3.5 years?
Yeah, but it's crazy. Well, actually, everybody in the first round is still playing.
That's pretty good. Actually.
Yeah, every single person in the first round is still playing, and actually, a decent amount of them are playing pretty well because you have Winston Mariota.
You're hilarious.
Amari Cooper. Then you got like offensive linemen like Brandon Schriff. Then you got Leonard Williams, the D end from the Jets. Kevin White, even though he's active, he's not really playing.
Arizona now?
I think so. Vic Beasley, Eric Flowers. Isn't that one of the ones you're thinking of?
Yeah, he got traded.
Yeah, he's in Washington now.
Yeah, he's a first round.
Well, he was the one that got traded
round
last year.
bust.
He was the one that got traded this past year.
First round bust.
Todd Gurley, Trey Waynes, Denny Shelton,
When you get your college on your team.
And I thought he was gonna be really good to begin with.
Marcus Peters was in the first round of that draft. Bud Dupree, Shaq Thompson. Actually, most of the people in the second round are still playing too. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people, and one of them is Dorial Green-Beckham, that aren't playing in the second round. The third round's the same thing. Third round, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, and one of them's Jalen Strong, who I think just stopped
He's
playing.
got a football name.
He does. And, didn't he play in the AAF, Jalen Strong? I think he did. I think he played in the AAF.
I only watched like the first 2 weeks. Probably I folded.
I didn't even watch the first 2 weeks. I watched
The highlights of the big
like
hit.
17 seconds of 3 games. And I saw that hit
I
over and
still
over
was
and
hoping
over.
it would have. If the NFL would actually back the damn thing.
They got no incentive to.
Why not? How about minor league?
No,
I still think getting rid of that.
Their minor league is college. Their minor league is college.
Well, no.
Speaking of college, did you see the frickin' locker room LSU got?
Yep, but they can't afford to pay the players.
$28 million.
But they can't afford to pay the
I know.
players.
Did you see it?
No.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
It's better than
Speaking
some
of
NFL.
LSU, Devin White's horse died. Amazing name pass the other night. Our linebacker, he had a horse. He rides horses. His horse. Okay, whatever.
Wait, hang on. Do that again, but let me do this in front of it. Breaking news from Bill in the equestrian field.
I hate you guys. I'm gonna go stare at my dental award. Y'all just jealous.
I'm jelly.
I'm not ready for that
I
jelly.
wish you had a clean mouth like this.
There's a joke somewhere.
There's a whole lot of jokes there.
That's a joke that could be inserted right in there.
Right in the clean mouth.
Right in the clean mouth. Gingivitis.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
His teeth are too... Never mind.
Nice.
All right. So there is a NFL pollster that is doing fantasy pick your poison. As in, like, you have to ride and die with these players. And some of them aren't even near each other, but because of fantasy-wise, if they're the only two people, who would you pick? Adam Thielen, Tyreek Hill was the first one.
Tyreek Hill.
72% picked Adam Thielen out of almost 1,000 votes.
I mean, the dude was killing it at the beginning of last season. So
Trust me, I know.
I know too.
Hate on the
I can. I don't like his quarterback.
The next one in pick your poison: Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray.
Lamar Jackson.
Is there a third
No.
option? Like maybe
No, it's pick your poison. Like you have to either you ride and die with
I'm
him.
not drafting a rookie
Yeah,
quarterback.
Lamar just because you're not
87% said Kyler Murray.
87% of the fools.
No, they're not fools. They're dumb.
Yeah. Nerd.
Pick your poison: Jarvis Landry, Amari Cooper.
Jarvis Landry.
God, what Lamar?
84% out of 879 votes went to Amari Cooper.
I know a bunch of Cowboy fans just hopped on.
Well, I'm just thinking Jarvis Landry's going to get. He's already a catch machine, but he's not going to be able to be double teamed ever now.
Yeah,
You can't double team him and leave Beckham one-on-one on the outside.
Yeah.
So they're going to face a lot of nickel and dime defenses. And then they're going to get screwed because Nick Chubb's a beast.
Yeah.
Pick your poison: PPR, Juju, or Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
I think
Devontae.
I only got maybe 3 receivers above Devontae in a fantasy league. In real life, I have more, but in the fantasy, I think I only have 3 above him, maybe 2.
J.J. Wilcox, starting safety for the Falcons, tore his ACL at practice today.
Yep, that's why you don't practice.
It was the first day of practice, off season and beginning of training camp. Nothing good ever comes out of it.
That's why you don't.
Nothing
practice.
good ever comes out of it. For how relevant is depth when it comes to fantasy football? Depth is relevant or depth is not relevant?
That's a stupid question.
Well, because you go by the you don't usually get a third quarterback for depth.
I barely get a second quarterback.
No, but I'm using that as an example.
Yeah, I think
so
it's-
you don't think it's relevant? I already knew your answer, but I wanted to get this guy over here.
I think it depends on position. Like defense, not so much. Kicker, not so much. But yeah, after last year with all the injuries I had, I think having a good depth for it.
52% out of 557 votes said depth is relevant.
Well, there's still 48 people that are smart. 48% of people are smart.
Here you go. You wanted one with a third option. Pick your poison: Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Zach Ertz.
Travis Kelce, best tight end in football.
Greg Kittle, best tight end in football.
Greg Kittle? You mean George Kittle?
George Kittle, whatever. I just want to pick something else.
George Ertz.
Because I think it's still weird that Kelsey went to that random fan's wedding. Did you guys see that?
I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Like, I just think it's so weird. Why would you want
45 just did that too.
Because he's famous.
Is he? I
Yeah.
guess.
45?
The president. He just randomly showed up at a wedding.
Oh, that's
I
right.
would kick him out. I swear
Yeah,
to God, I would
no,
kick
it
him
was
out.
It-
Make America Great wedding. I just
Yes,
said that
yeah.
Before you picked me up.
I would kick
And he
him.
kissed the wife.
You better get the fuck out of my wedding.
Which young wideout will most likely break out this coming season? DJ Moore, Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, James Washington. There's one with 4 questions, 4 people for you.
What? One more time.
Which young DJ Moore, Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley, James Washington.
Ridley.
Washington.
Ridley had a good year last year.
Yeah, Ridley was good already. DJ Moore did play very well in my team last year, but it's hard for me to pick a Panther, except for Will Greer. I'm going to say James Washington, actually.
He had the lowest amount of votes with 8% out of 884.
Yeah, that's a good number.
That's a great number.
Tyler Boyd was next with 16%. Calvin Ridley at 26%.
Boyd had a good year.
Yes, he did. Calvin Ridley 26%. DJ Moore at 50%.
Taking that next step. Well, I think DJ Moore just because of what's around it.
Oh. Pick your poison: Adam Thielen, AJ Green.
Thielen,
Yeah.
Pick your poison: Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen.
50. Oh, I didn't read the other one. 61% had Thielen over Green, but only 400 votes. This one has 995 votes. Keenan Allen 52%. Stephon Diggs 48%.
Keenan Allen's in that second level of
He's
wide
good.
receivers.
Calvin Ridley, Cooper Kupp.
I don't know. I got a man crush on Cooper.
52% said Calvin Ridley at
I
8.
call him.
What's up, Coop? At a basketball. David Johnson, Dalvin Cook. Actually, I think I actually did this question on ours, too.
I'm not taking either one of them.
I said that every 2 or 3 days I'm going to post a poll on Twitter.
Yeah, I drafted both. Actually, I think I had both of them in the same league in one thing, and they both bent me over. I think in Dawkins. Come on, little T-Bone.
Short and stout.
Because I think I had both. No, I had Devin Cook in Josh's league.
Okay.
But I took David Johnson number 3 and number 2 in Dawkins' league, and I still made the.
Well, you probably found somebody. Didn't you get James Conner or something? And that's
I
what.
picked James. I picked up Conner early, and somebody else and I picked up Nick Chubb early in that league.
Pick your poison: Julio Jones or Julio Johnson or Mike Thomas.
Mike Thomas.
Yeah.
Out of 813 votes, 79% had Mike Thomas.
Because I was thinking I'm going to take Julio over anybody except D-Hop, but I think it's D-Hop, Mike Thomas, and Julio.
I thought this was an interesting question. If healthy all year, where will Cam Newton finish fantasy-wise?
Third.
Okay. Well, I didn't get. Just in fantasy points, he has quarterback 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, or 13th or worse.
I don't know. It's gonna be hard from the bench when Will Kerr kicks over.
He's gonna beat that. He's gonna beat that Mountaineer.
I don't care. I love the guy. I think he was the best quarterback in this draft.
When
I thought Daniel Jones is.
Is it? Yeah. What's my fifth?
You can't go back and read my tweets, can you?
We can go back and listen to you on the show.
I thought you wanted a specific number. I think he's going to be a 1 through 4.
Well, when you said that, I got Pat Mahomes as the number 1 quarterback and Aaron Rodgers number 2. 5 through 8 is what won with 53%. Then it was 9 through 12 with 29%. 1 through 4 was next.
Not if he's healthy. If he's healthy, he's still a stud.
Only 4% went 13th or worse. So I mean,
but he said if he's healthy.
Oh.
Yeah, if healthy. If healthy, he's a top 5 at least.
If he's healthy.
Because you think he does run, he runs the ball.
He's
a linebacker. 600 and some odd yards last year.
Yeah, but he doesn't jump down on the ball.
He's a linebacker. I don't give a fuck if he jumps on the ball.
I would in the Super Bowl.
Well, in the Super Bowl. No, not really.
I would.
I'm not jumping in that bitch.
He dresses terribly.
He's the best dresser in the NFL.
No, he's
yes, he
not.
is.
Philip Rivers is.
Philip Rivers and his fucking bolo ties.
Yeah, boy.
What the fuck was that?
What the hell? This show's going downhill.
What the fuck was the yeah, boy?
Hey, mind your business. This side of the table. Sit over there.
Mind your beeswax.
Okay, who will be the starting running back at the end of the season for the Kansas City Chiefs?
I
had to swallow some spit. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is the pause for?
Carlos Hyde, Darwin Thompson, Damian Williams.
For
I don't even know
KC?
what team that is.
For Kansas City.
Damian Williams. I think he's going to be back from day 1.
Chris Jones.
Nice.
No, probably Damian.
Larry Johnson.
I picked him up, actually. Yeah. That's good.
Spencer Ware.
Nice. He's not in KC no more, is he?
Damian Williams, though, I picked him up late, and he gave me some points.
I forgot Carlos Hyde went there.
Points. Fuckers. Right now with the so I can win fantasy football.
Damian Williams got 70% of the votes, and it was 666 votes. This next one was a weird one. If healthy all season, where will Leonard Fournette finish in fantasy? 1 through 8, 9 through 14, 15 through 20, or below 21?
Second row.
9 through 14?
Yeah.
Probably top 10, yeah. Which one?
So that's 1 through 8 or 9 through 14? Because
I'll
it's
go 1
both.
through 8. I'll go there. Like 6 through 8. But, yeah.
I'm thinking 9, 10, 11-ish.
52% went with CD, 9 through 14 out of 614 votes. 1 through 8 went next with 31, then 13% for 15 through 20, and then 4% again for the low one, 21 and below.
It's healthy. He's still a good back.
If you were starting up a league, where would you be comfortable drafting Gurley if it were a dynasty setting? Late first, early second, late second, or early third, if possible.
It depends on where I'm drafting.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, with you could always just trade.
That's a good point.
See?
But
Would that be a touche? Oh, yeah.
I take him in the second round.
I agree. Second.
So early or late? Depending on where you were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if I got the first draft, I don't think he'll be. First 3 picks, I don't think
those were the two that won. Early was first with 29%, and then late was 27%.
Yeah. Because I can see going like 10, 11, taking somebody, and then Gurley 11.
Oh, and then one more pick your poison.
Actually, I can see Gurley going in the first round still this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible.
I don't think he's a top. I don't think he'd be like a top 5, 7 pick. But I can see him 8, 9, 10.
I was gonna say if I'm drafting if I'm at the end of the snake. Yeah,
I can see him getting going 8, 9, or 10.
That's a value pick at that point, in my opinion.
How many people we got?
10. Well, not right now, but we'll have 10.
Yeah. So if
I'm 10,
and he's there,
I might take.
You can go bing bing 2 running backs right there, and if he's one of them, you're not doing bad.
Have him going Todd Gurley as 10, 11 off the board or something like that.
I think that's a great core in
Ronald Jones, Todd Gurley, right there.
Yep. You please take Ronald Jones in the first round. I beg you.
No, with the second one. The first pick in the second.
Okay.
I picked Rojo toward the end of the draft last year, and I dropped him pretty
Please take him in
quick.
the second
I
round.
can't imagine why.
You can take
47 total yards.
Please take him in the second round.
I think it was week 2 I dropped him.
So if you take him in any of the first 4 rounds, I'll be happy than a faggot with a bag of dicks.
Wow.
What store is that?
Dirty Dimes.
Okay, there's 2 more pick your poisons. Nick Chubb or James Conner?
Nick Chubb. Better team around.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about what you have right now. I'm actually saying Nick Chubb or James Conner.
Okay, man. It's on the other side of the table.
It's hard not to see it.
Yeah, boy.
What the fuck? Is it also Dolomite?
It is.
Nick Chubb at 73% of the votes out of 708. And then pick your poison for a fantasy. Joel Embiid or the Joker, Nikola Jokic.
Jokic. It's going to give you more counting stats.
Joker just because it was a nickname.
Joel Embiid got 63% of the vote.
I don't even know if he'll play a full fucking season.
You don't think he's going to play a full season?
He never does.
Oh well, yeah. You got certain things.
Joker doesn't have that concern.
Forget that. Why am I getting tagged and stuff?
I didn't tag you anything. I don't even know.
No, I just got tagged in something and I don't know why. Oh, I gotta tag people. Oh, because people are tagging people. Well, I don't know why Jimmy tagged me, but thanks, Jimmy. You haven't talked to me in years, so I don't understand why. Anywho, I'm saying that live on the air. But anyway, when Bill comes back, I got a ESPN pick something for your, how 2K basketball and, the new Madden's coming out. Well, football's coming up, so the new Madden's coming out, toward the end of training camp.
15.
Well, I liked this because it was pick your 2005 NFL Dream Squad.
2005.
Yeah, I'm going to wait and list it when... Okay. Did you hear anything I said?
No, I was
He didn't even hear shit when he was sitting here.
Yeah.
Touché. But this is... ESPN posted this, and it actually got,
I don't believe it.
It got retweeted and shit a lot of times. It's pick your 2005 NFL Dream Squad. So the 5 quarterbacks listed that you choose from were Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, which we're here in 2019 and he's still kicking. Steve McNair, Donovan McNabb, Mike Vick.
Peyton Manning.
Hey, man.
I think he's the best quarterback ever.
And you're running. I agree. Peyton Manning. Running back.
I'm not taking Peyton Manning.
Running back. Priest Holmes, LaDainian Tomlinson, Ahmad Green, Clinton Portis, Deuce McAllister.
No Cadillac Club?
That's the easiest one out of LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, that's easy.
No. Priest Holmes in 2005 had that really great season.
But is this for 1 year? Or
It's a dream squad. It's for the 2005 season, yeah.
I'm still taking LT.
Okay. Wide receiver, you get to pick 2 of these. Well, I already know who I'm pretty much picking. There's Terrell Owens, Chad Johnson, Marvin Harrison, Randy Moss, Torrey Holt, Lavernius Coles, Hines Ward, Derek Mason.
Give me Johnson and Moss. No, give me T.O. and Moss.
T.O. and Marvin Harrison.
Can't go wrong.
I was going to say Marvin Harrison and Randy Moss, just because Peyton Manning I'd have throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison and him would already have that connection. I'm really going in depth there.
I'm still taking T.O.
Honestly, It was T.O. and Marvin Harrison.
That's my fifth best wide receiver of all time.
Just because of Peyton Manning, that's the only reason why I had that. And then your tight end, Tony Gonzalez, Jeremy Shockey. What the hell? Oh, I almost tagged you in that when I saw it the other day. Tight end, Jeremy Shockey, Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, Todd Heap, Dallas Clark.
Tony G.
Yeah.
Best receiving tight end of all time.
Yeah, I hate to be chalk with CV, but Tony G again.
I would go Tony Gonzalez there, too.
With Antonio Gates.
A close second?
Yeah,
Not close.
I was almost going to go Antonio.
He would be the second choice.
I almost went Jeremy Shockey just because.
I love Shock.
I did, too. I even have a McFarlane of him. Just because it was a really cool McFarlane. The toe tapping one where he's like this. I loved that one. I almost ended up gifting it to some guy who sits across the table from me. I don't know who that is.
Just give it to Toaster Dog. See he walked by and picked it up.
I got you.
Thought you were going to say you gave it to 1877 Cars for Kids.
Oh, I love that jingle.
Oh,
That's jingle you heard here.
that is.
What?
I've heard it for the last, I've had Sirius XM for how many years, and I just can't. I can't. Oh, it drives me insane. Insane. The Superbook in Las Vegas, Westgate, has released their win totals since training camp is opening up. Do you agree with what they have?
Yeah.
Patriots with 11.
No.
Over or under that then?
Under. No. I don't think you take the over under. I think 11 is what they're going to have. I can see 11 easily.
The Chiefs, Rams, and Saints all with 10.5. So you really have to go over
Chiefs,
or under.
Rams, and Saints. Over.
So all three of them over?
Yeah.
Bill's going to say Saints under. Just because.
No, unfortunately, I don't know about the Rams, so I think it all depends on Gurley.
I don't think so.
No?
Not with McVay as a coach.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going. I'm actually going to go under on one of them.
The Saints?
The Chefs?
The Chiefs. I think they're going to get 10. But that could change when I really look at their schedule. But that's just because I'm going to do what I did last year, where I go through the entire schedule and predict what I think every team's going to be.
Don't do Tampa, please.
Tampa, I predicted last year with 5 wins.
You're amazing.
Next with 9.5, Colts, Chargers, Eagles.
Colts over, Chargers over, Eagles under.
That's fair. I would say that too.
Colts push. Chargers
Push 9.5. You can't push 9.5.
What's it? What is it when you think they'll have?
If they think that 10 is over, 9 is under.
Okay, but what about if you think they're gonna have 9?
That's under. I just said 9 is under.
When he said the Patriots is set, it was an 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.5 is because
I didn't hear that part. I'm sorry. I just heard the teams. I'm sorry. I kind of zoned out for a second.
It's okay.
Welcome to the show, Bill.
I did hear the teams, though.
It's almost over. Thanks for joining us.
Well, my contract says 15 minutes.
We're milking that 15.
Yeah.
And then the next tied at 9, Bears, Browns, Packers, Steelers.
Bears under, Browns over, Packers over, Steelers push.
Bears,
Wait, you say under for the Bears?
Yes.
Oh.
Bears under.
Slap you.
Browns over. You know where the other
Packers, Steelers.
Packers probably over. Steelers under.
I'm going to say Steelers push, Packers push, Browns over, Bears over. That's what I say for that one. I liked that, actually. Because we don't usually talk about wins, you know? We just say, oh, how do you think they'll do? Actually, don't get into that. That's why I thought that was interesting. Any other sports-related topic you want to talk about?
It's so hot that when I fart, I can't tell if I shit my pants or just sprayed the sweat off my butthole.
So what was the question, sports question you wanted to ask?
Give me a second, I'm going to get to it.
Got to get to it again, okay?
I lost it.
You son of a bitch.
Hold on, no, it's not in there. It is in screenshots.
Where is it?
Screenshots.
Oh, you have to go to screenshots.
Best duo for the upcoming NBA season. Kawhi and PG, Steph and Draymond, LeBron and AD, Russ and Harden, Giannis and Middleton, Simmons and Embiid, Dame and CJ, Murray and Djokovic, Luka and Porzingis. That's it.
God, there's a lot of what ifs in there about health.
That's why I didn't throw KD and Kyrie.
Duo?
Because not Dutchess, but Porzingis, you don't know what you're getting yet.
But he's supposed to be healthy.
Yeah, if not, that's a sleeper on that list.
I got that maybe as much 7.
But it's a sleeper though. Like it's one of those ones that either is going to be 7th or suddenly.
I don't think he's going to be in the top 5. Even if they both max out, I don't think they can reach the top 5.
Just from what I just remembered from everybody you said, either Kawhi and Paul George, and I can't trust the LeBron AD one because I don't know how much AD is going to play because his health.
He said it.
He wants to. Yeah, well, he can say it,
I'm
but
going to go with Dame and CJ.
That's my favorite backcourt in the NBA.
I'm really intended for Giannis and Middleton, but I'm going to go Dame and CJ.
oh, thank you.
I don't see how.
Yeah, thank you for not reading that bottom one because I know.
Yeah, KD's going to play maybe 10. That's why I don't understand. If they put KD on it, why not put Steph and Clay?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they. I think they were just trying to be a creature of the moment with the KD thing.
I don't see how you cannot pick
Honestly,
2 top 5 players in the NBA.
I'm gonna go Kawhi and PG just because.
I didn't want to be a homer.
But the thing is, though, I'm looking at it as mostly just LeBron. AD's only going to be there. In my opinion, he's only going to be like 50 games, if that. You're gonna
Kawhi only played 66 last year.
What's that?
Kawhi played 66.
Yeah, 66 is a lot better than 50.
Well, no, AD, he was healthy for it. It was DNP coach's decision.
Yeah, just keep him healthy.
Yeah. Like he has an unfair rap as being injury prone.
Yeah, but you even said he's been injured.
Well, no,
injury prone
listen,
too.
Them big fuckers when they get hurt, they get hurt. I'm still taking LeBron and AD.
I would, even though Paul George got hurt last year, I would still go them just because
He's
they're.
coming off double shoulder surgery.
It won't hurt his defense though.
It won't help. He's shooting.
No, that's true. I think
they're going to low manage Kawhi again.
Ow.
I got them as my third one.
I don't know. I kind of like what Murray and the Joker on there too.
I think if Murray takes a step, I like Murray.
Keeps his steps go because he's stepping.
I like Murray, but I like Simmons and Embiid as the second best. Then Paul,
PG
and Kawhi.
Lakers signed
it.
His brother Kostas. Yeah.
Do you think that's a move to try to get Giannis? No. Okay.
I just think they're trying to fill out the roster.
Yeah.
Because outside of their starting 5, they're horrible.
My fantasy team is getting riddled with injuries suddenly. That's my 5th or 6th guy that just hit the DL.
I got 4 people on the DL right now myself.
Brandon Woodruff, who's been like my best pitcher, is now on the DL.
And I think I'm going to have to start dropping. I think I'm going to have to drop Carlos Carrasco and Rich Hill.
Well, Rich Hill, I think, just coming back.
Not projected to be back until September.
Really?
He just started his throwing program.
Oh, that's right. When I heard he was throwing, I was thinking,
We just started the throwing program, and they say he's still not expected back until late.
And Carrasco with all the other shit going on.
Yeah. But they still only have him on a 10-day. That's why.
Oh, they haven't even switched him to 60?
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Or the pop. Whatever their version.
Oh yeah, because of what he has. Yeah. All right, so I wanted to do this. That
Shaky Groove thing.
Because we do movies next, usually toward the end. But before we get into the real movie part, this is a list of, according to Bob Larkin from MSN.
I bet yours is a stupid ass list.
It could be. It's the 19 most misquoted movie lines of all time.
Oh, okay. No, this might be. I thought it was going to be like that stupid ass list he read last week.
So,
dick punched that guy from.
It's in no particular order. They just have. Oh, that list that we did last week? Yeah, that wasn't that
great. That was terrible.
Again, I didn't look at this list, so I don't know this list. So it could end up being shitty again.
Did you see Shaq in a mosh pit?
Yes, that was stupid. I would have let him bump me and fall down and got rich.
Bomani said the same thing.
My neck and my back. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
So the first one, these are in no particular order. It's just 19 movies.
Fell down. Look, my dick don't work anymore.
Number one, Greed is Good, from Wall Street.
What's the misquote of it?
He never actually says it.
No.
Maybe it was like on the poster.
Yeah, he says it in the second one.
Oh.
In the Money Never Sleeps. Yeah, because of it. Yeah. So that's a good one to lead off with, because apparently that's very misquoted.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever quoted Wall Street.
No.
Well, people always say Greed is Good, like that, because of that.
Yeah.
Play It Again, Sam is the next one.
Casablanca.
It said, it might be the most repeated line in film history, and nobody actually said it. Humphrey Bogart, who said Play It Again, Sam in the 42 classic Casablanca, but it was actually Ingrid Bergman who actually said something closer when he said, play it once, Sam, for old time's sake, play as time goes by. Because everyone's thinking it's Humphrey Bogart, but it was not. Yeah. Interesting.
Fuck that bitch. You would have. You still would.
You
like Dusty Pussy.
Later in the film, Bogart says, you can play it for her, you can play it for me. If she cannot stand it, I can play it. Not exactly play it, but that it's not exactly Play It Again, Sam.
It came out smooth.
Yeah, I fucked that up. You knew what I meant.
Practice your lines, man.
Shut it. It didn't load. The next one, it's going to be Dirty Harry, but it still has the Play It Again, Sam on it. You son of a bitch.
Who, me?
No, I'm scrolling between the two so that it comes up, and they're now flip-flopping.
Nice.
Like the writing underneath. Okay, I'm fucking.
Emailed me 50% off ticket prices now.
You put yours on it?
After a month and a half, I ordered my tickets.
That's usually the way that goes.
He's going to be getting shit tons. Shit ton of shit from me.
All right, next. Do you feel lucky, punk?
Do ya?
It's such a fun line to say whenever you want to sound threatening in a Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry kind of way. This is the quote to turn to. If only it were actually accurate. He says, with gun in hand, you really got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Close enough. I think they're stretching a little bit. That was close enough.
Yeah. But everyone does say, do you feel lucky? Like they actually... Did somebody pass gas a minute ago?
I asked it myself.
Okay.
It's med shit too. Med farts.
Oh, great.
Those are the worst kind.
Because I caught a whiff for a minute when I was going back and forth.
Inhaling?
Yeah.
That's how I like it.
The next one. The next one, you dirty rat. That's the next one. From, you know how that everyone says, like not everybody, but years ago everyone said it. Yeah. It's from the movie Blonde. Crazy?
I thought it was Taxi Driver.
No. It's the actual quote from James Cagney. Yep. Oh, that dirty double-crossing rat. I'd like to get my hooks in him. I'd tear him into pieces.
I like the misquoted one better.
Yeah.
The other one's a fucking mouthful.
The next one. Hello, Clarice. I did the sound effect on that one.
Yeah, he never actually says that.
You are correct. He says, good evening, Clarice.
I thought he said Agent Clarice.
No, good evening, Clarice.
I thought it was Agent Clarice.
This list isn't as bad.
It's a great movie, though.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's a great movie.
A man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. I can't do his voice. That's John Wayne from State.
Really can't.
Yeah, I had no.
That was Marion? You were trying to sound like Marion?
Yeah, I was trying to sound like John Wayne.
No. You sound more like John Wayne Gacy. Creepy and shit.
I can't believe you were trying. I mean, don't ever disrespect a Trojan.
I think we broke bad.
That was good. Anyway, I got it.
I'll be here all week.
That was good.
I'll be here all week. Thank you. Oh, right there. You thank you.
Oh, all right.
My
You better dress
You
up.
better give him an okayest award for that one.
Yeah, I got clean teeth.
That was good, okay.
Thank you.
In Stagecoach, the Duke came close to the line with, well, there's some things a man just can't run away from. See, I didn't do it this time. Nope, that was
That one
me.
was better than the first one.
That was just me. I'm reading it myself.
Standing ovation.
Yeah.
If I could stand
And
up.
then in Hondo, he also says a man ought to do what he thinks is best. So he comes close in 2 different movies.
Yeah, it does.
This list is stupid.
It's better than that other one.
Hey, listen,
Well,
a list of
you
bad
can
lists is
listen-
better than that other list.
Yeah.
That list was horrible. And it's only stupid because I can't get none of them.
Nuke. Next is Luke, I am your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
He did not. No.
What did he say?
I am your father. What?
You're right.
I know I'm not.
Yeah. He said, no, I am your father.
Yeah, I've seen that on other lists before. I knew that one. I've never seen the movie.
I think you just shocked the nation.
I've never seen Star Wars or Star Trek. None of that.
Anything with Star in it, you just haven't seen it.
No, so Star Fox.
You saw Starship Troopers?
I did see Starship Troopers.
Okay. Then we're okay. Still can't
1,
believe
2,
it.
and 3.
There was like a 4 and a 5 too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 4 was on not too long ago on one of the movie networks, and I'm like, this was made.
It's like on sci-fi at 2 in the morning.
It's-
That's what they're deeply.
Listen, I can't say nothing because I watched Attack of the Killer Donuts at like 2 in the morning one morning. That shit was amazingly, horribly good.
But you see why I love those movies, though.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Last week I watched a Leprechaun marathon.
Nice.
Oh my god. Leprechaun in the Hood?
It was Leprechaun 1, 2, 3.
Did you watch that new one yet?
No. Even though I bought it on DVD, what, a year ago?
DJ
No,
Leprechaun?
there's a newer one.
Oh, no, I didn't know there's a
I just
new one.
saw it at Walmart.
Oh, I didn't know there was a newer
Yeah.
one.
Lord Jesus. Let that fucking poor Leprechaun get his.
It's a new one. It's not
Yeah.
it's not.
It's not the same one.
Yeah. Isn't it the guy
You
who
bought that when we went to like?
Yeah, I
I
bought the one that had like Hornswoggle playing him or something.
Lord Jesus.
Hornswoggle from wrestling.
Let that damn Leprechaun get his pot of gold and go back to wherever.
All right, the next one. I'm out of order. You're out of order. The whole court's out of order.
Oh, the fucking movie.
Top Gun. Not Top Gun.
Top Gun.
Few Good Men.
Tom Cruise. Yeah. Thank you.
Jack Nicholson.
Yep.
Incorrect.
Okay.
And Justice for All.
Oh,
The Metallica album?
No, the Al Pacino movie.
oh, I thought it was Few Good Men.
He scolds the judge in the legendary takedown. He says, "You're out of order. You're out of order. The whole trial is out of order. They are out of order."
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
I haven't either. I forgot that was a movie that existed. Come on. The next one. He's alive.
That's from Frankenstein.
Right.
This is correct.
It's alive, right?
It's alive. This is correct. Yes, the Boris Karloff version.
Mm-hmm.
So you got one CD.
Mine? I'll be here all day. Aaron, applaud me now.
You got a movie question, right?
Or not.
She is very confused, and Bella slept through it.
They're so used to me always being right. That's why. It's not a big deal to me.
Next one. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory.
That's that Good Morning Vietnam.
Apocalypse Now.
Correct, Bill.
Good Morning Vietnam was a comedy with Robert Williams.
You are correct.
Kind of like
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you're there.
Close.
your genre is off. No worries.
It's actually more of a ramble. You smell that? You smell that? Napalm, son. Nothing else in the world smells like that. The smell, that gasoline smell, the whole hill smells like victory.
Yeah, I like the first one better.
Yeah.
Second one was a long.
Yeah, a lot of these are that way. The next one, Mrs. Robinson, are you trying to seduce me?
From American Pie.
Graduate.
Correct.
Trying to be funny.
Yes, American Pie, yes.
Well, in a way, yeah. Sit for his mom, man. Up at that pool thing.
When I said Mr. Robinson, all I could think of was a song now. Here's to you. But it's Mrs. Robinson also. Anyway.
I have no idea what the.
But anyway, it's from The Graduate. He's right, and he actually says, "Mrs. Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you?" Well, aren't you? That's what he said.
It's pretty similar to the first one, ain't it?
Close. The next one. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, Toto.
Wizard of Oz.
This is correct. I was gonna say I know this one already without even having to look at it. She actually says, "Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore."
I wish.
All I saw was the Black People version.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Nobody Beats the Wiz with Diana Ross, Vimberine, Michael Jackson.
I know what you're talking about.
It's a great movie.
I don't know if you know what great means.
I'm black, I gotta say that. It's in the contract.
You know, yours was for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
His, yeah. That's why. Why do you think?
No, I mean my black people contract.
What do you think he closes out the show with? What he closes out with? That's in his contract as well.
It's in my nigga contract.
That's why we do the Chappelle references and stuff too.
We haven't done one yet.
We no urinal cake reference either. We've only done like touche.
Touche.
Oh,
No, we have to. We have to make one sprinkle some coke crack on them joke.
Sprinkles of coke crack. Nice.
Close enough.
We have to do a race draft comment. Whole shizzle.
With the 4th pick, black delegation selects Billy Lewis.
Yeah.
And immediately trade him
he gets
for some collard greens and chitlins.
He gets picked. Dolomite. We were rescind our selection.
We're going to send him down to the minors.
Quotes from Fred Stanford. Stanford shit.
Wow.
Alright, I deserve to be traded. Wait, what are you trading me?
Right now, whoever will give anything back right now.
Nova Scotia.
Suddenly we get tinged for that, which would be hilarious. And I mean hilarious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The next one. Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy ride. What's this one? You've gotten almost all of
Back to
them.
the Future.
No. But I like forgetting that. I snorted. You got me up.
Tron.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
That sounds
Yes, this is the misheard one.
I don't know. I'm sure I've seen it, but I don't know.
It's spoken by Betty Davis in All About Eve.
No.
Why the
I'm
fuck
sure
would I
I
know
haven't seen it then.
She actually says,
Who gives a fuck? It's
Make her
fucking
dance
all about
off.
Eve.
what's that?
Let's bump and grind.
Yes, she actually is the inspiration to R. Kelly's
No, she
Bump and
ain't.
Grind.
You know his inspiration was someone 3.
Well, maybe it was the people she was speaking to
Yeah.
in that, so he took it from that.
I don't say.
It actually says, fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be bumpy. Going to be a bumpy night. No, it's going to be a bumpy
Yeah,
ride.
that's definitely insinuating sex.
TD.
That's what I got from it.
Yeah.
And I don't see nothing wrong.
No, I don't either.
These are some really old movies. This next one's from 1935.
Oh, okay.
My point taken?
We Have Ways of Making You Talk. Gary Cooper. The Lives of a Bengal Lancer.
Yeah.
Jesus. Why is this one on the... I mean, I understand because older people... I've never seen this movie. Like, at least some of these
I
movies...
know who Gary Cooper
I know who Gary Cooper is, too. But I don't... Yeah, he actually says, without the accent, well, gentlemen, we have ways to make men talk. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind.
I'll take your word for it.
The next one. Run, you fools. I won't do it the accent.
I wish you would.
I can't.
Run, you fools.
Yeah. I can't do Sir Ian McKellen's voice.
I'm sure you can. At people?
It's a good
It's a good
movie.
movie.
There it is. That's what count. Okay.
It's at Popal.
That's true.
If you're cultured.
Up there.
Pupil. Pupil?
At Popal.
I don't know. We don't know. No.
It's from Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring.
Never seen any of those.
He says, fly, you fools.
It'd have been better if he said, "Fly, you fuckers."
I don't...
Get your short asses out of here.
The next one, if you build it, they will come.
I know a movie. That's
I
fine.
know it, but I don't.
It's also R. Kelly. He's talking about an orphanage. But anyway.
Nice. We'll do it if you build it.
Oh, Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Correct.
If they build it, they will come.
If you build it, he will come.
He will come.
Yeah,
Again,
right?
R. Kelly says
I haven't seen that in ages.
R. Kelly says
I've
that
never
again.
actually seen a movie like
Front to back.
in one sitting. I've seen I've caught it. I saw the beginning, stopped watching it, then I've come back and seen it 10 minutes before I stopped and watched 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Did you see that MLB put the cornfield up with Tyler Skaggs going in the cornfield
Yeah.
for his rest in peace thing? I thought that was pretty cool. I thought that was cool.
Oh, nice.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Oh, that girl, Snow White.
You were correct. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
What did he really say? Aaron? What did they really say? The Wicked Witch to the mirror.
Magnificent.
Okay. She says, magic mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's the dopest cunt of them all?
Whoa. Whoa.
I was going to go Slick Rick with it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fire's up? Oh, sorry.
You could also went Snoop Dogg,
That was a
too.
double. 5 minutes lasted. The mirror said, you are you can see it,
bastard.
Nice! Here's my child.
Lottie Dottie. Lottie Dottie.
Lottie.
The next one, me,
Lottie.
Tarzan, you, Jane.
What movie's that from?
I can't imagine. Jungle
My-
Man.
It's from the Brendan Fraser. No,
My Little Mermaid Under the Sea.
Oh, God. It's like, jeez, I don't know, Friday the 13th, part 8.
46.
Jason goes to the jungle.
Well, he's been to Harlem in space. Not too many places left for him to adventure to.
his line is, Jane, Tarzan, Jane, Tarzan, Jane, Tarzan. That's
You
literally.
do an accent for that. But she won't do Sir Ian McKellen.
I don't even know who the fuck Sir Ian McKellen is.
Me neither.
Oh, okay.
Next one, beam me up, Scotty.
Why, one of the Star Treks? I don't know.
Almost every one of them.
Rapticon? Tucon? I've never seen Star Trek movies either.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
So what movie was that again you just said?
Wrath to Khan.
Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? Khan is a planet we're going to. We're going to bring
Isn't it Wrath of Khan?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wrath of Khan, because
Oh.
Khan's a person.
Oh, I thought it
It could be-
was like Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
It could be a planet. He can be named after a planet. I know a girl named Jupiter.
Yeah. Why you going on Genghis?
Oh, no, I know a girl named Venus.
Issa Williams?
It could be like related to Genghis, man. That's pretty rude.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, you're 1% of you?
Yeah. It's out there somewhere.
He had a million kids. He had a
Floating
million.
around in the atmosphere.
He had a million kids, so I mean, you really could be. What he actually said is, "Scotty, beam us up," or "Ready to beam up, Jim."
Jim? Where the fuck did Jim come in? I thought it was Scotty.
That was it. Those were the 19.
That was 19.
Those were
That was
horrible.
19.
Yeah, it was awful.
I thought it should have been more
Yeah.
contemporary.
Well, it said of all time, so I mean,
Fuck them all time.
What time?
all
I
time.
don't believe it.
I believe it.
I don't.
So now let's go into the actual movie portion of the program here. No, it's like we're talking about the you son of a bitch.
Let's be.
It's where movie voice comes out and everything, and wow, wow. I'm gonna cry now because of that. Thank you. Wow, my God.
Crying for brothers.
Crying is for criers.
Yeah, this big rail.
Jesus Christ.
Cheese and rice, excuse me.
So, we're going to talk about the movies that are coming out this coming week. We either say we want to see it in the movie theater, want to watch it like on Redbox, Netflix, any of those,
West Virginia.
or some variation of no. However, CD or Bill want to do it this week. First up, do you want me to just read them while you're going to the bathroom? Okay. Next, kicking it off is a comedy drama. A faded television actor and his stunt double strive to achieve fame and success in the film industry during the final years of Hollywood's golden age in 1969 LA. Starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Maya Hawke. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Bill, what say you?
Yeah, I will watch it eventually. I already put it on my Netflix.
Yeah, I'm going to watch this when it comes out on DVD.
My contract says I have to watch Leo movies.
Mhm.
So
Oh, okay. All right.
I will.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I haven't seen a Leo movie since
What's
The
Eating
Wolf
Gilbert
of Wall
Grape?
Street.
That's a good movie, though.
It is. Like I haven't seen a Revenant or any other movies he has.
The Wolf of Wall Street was the important one out of that.
And I like Leo.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Good movie. The Wolf of I like them in Django.
Yeah.
Like them in Django. Inception. Like them in Inception.
Titanic.
I just wish she would have died sooner. The movie would have been a lot quicker. Fucking kill this bitch. Let's go. Fucking 3 hours of this shit. Everybody knows what the fuck's going to happen. Fucking boat's going to sink. Why I got to be in here for 3 hours?
It's the story.
Fuck the story.
Well, they did at least fuck in the story.
It's like fucking making someone watch Les Miserables and not telling them it's a musical.
I wonder who did that.
Gilroy did.
I don't think he's ever said that on the show before. It's only like 5 times now he said it on the show. So, are you gonna watch it eventually? Once Upon a Time, okay. But so we actually were agreeing there. Next is a documentary.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch this neither.
A look at the career of 60 Minutes newsman Mike Wallace. Starring Mike Wallace. The name of the movie is Mike Wallace is Here. Really, I'm not joking.
Listen, I got a better chance of watching Once Upon a Time in India.
Well, you can probably tell what movie is the big movie of the week, considering that's the next listed movie after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm not going to watch that movie.
No, not at all.
Next, another documentary.
I'm not watching this one either.
The last female bee hunter in Europe must save the bees and return to the natural
I almost
balance
closed your computer.
in Honeyland.
I almost closed your computer for reading this shit.
When a family of nomadic beekeepers invade her land and threaten her livelihood.
What the fuck is going on?
This film is an exploration of an observational indigenous visual narrative that deeply impacts our behavior towards natural resources and the human condition. Starring Hellboy.
I just give it up. I don't think anybody. I don't even think the person that made this wants to see this.
Precious moment of our life.
Hadizes Murtova
She don't even want to see this shit.
in Honeyland. She's the only person listed as the.
This be some bullshit. You better be kidding me.
That stung me to read that. Are we done with B comments? Do you have one over there?
No.
Damn it! I wanted her to chime in.
I might be done.
I don't have any more bee puns. I just.
You're still a bee's knees to me.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed that.
Just the way he was like, "Thank you," and he didn't even get off the stair. He just went, "Thank you," and back.
I just don't even know why
Listen,
you read.
yeah. After about 3 seconds of that, you should have gave up.
I had to keep going.
I know what kind of documentary my friends like. This bee was gonna get old.
It's gonna be a man's night out to see this shit.
Speaking of Bill, a big beekeeper fan.
I got my own.
Especially lady beekeepers.
Yeah, I get bee monthly.
In Indonesia.
I thought it was called Honey Monthly.
He gets that one too.
Yo, that's
different.
That's a sticky magazine. That's a sticky magazine.
That comes with scratch and sniff.
Apparently, we weren't done with the puns and the references.
Listen, we're gonna be having fun. This is gonna be a one that keeps giving.
Oh, like the movies?
Yeah. No, I mean this might be work its way into our regular lexicon.
Maybe.
We might have to just be considerate when we talk about it.
What's it called? Honeyland?
Honeyland, yes.
That sounds like a bad one.
I was gonna say, it sounds like a movie about a young girl that's on the streets working, and her family wants to come save her.
And some nomadic,
real deep with that.
and some nomadic prostitute.
There probably is a movie called that, and it's just
You went real deep
I don't
with
know
that.
what, man.
Next is a drama comedy romance. Salam is an inexperienced young Palestinian man who becomes a writer on a popular soap opera after a chance meeting with an Israeli soldier. His creative career is on the rise until the soldier and the show's financial backers disagree about how the show should end, and Salam is caught in the middle. Starring Kaz Nashif, Labin Nazabal, Yaniv Bitan, and Mayasin Abdin Al-Anhadi. Tel Aviv on fire.
That's one person, isn't it?
No, that was 4 people.
That's one person. It's like Eddie Murphy. He's playing everybody. Yeah, absolutely not.
No. I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, you don't have to read everyone.
I always do. And sadly, I skip some of the ones.
I don't know. The accident.
Oh, really?
Next is a biography crime drama.
No, I'm lying.
Biography crime drama.
A biography crime drama. Yeah,
A destitute young man raised by racist skinheads and
love
notorious among white supremacists turns his back on the hatred and violence to transform his life with the help of black activists and the woman he loves. Starring Jamie Bell, Danielle McDonald, Daniel Henshaw, and Bill Camp.
I mean, I know
Skin.
What, are you watching? Front row?
We had him at White Supremacist.
You gotta go see this. I'll go see Honeybee.
It's Honeyland. Honeyland. Damn it.
Aaron, that's our next date night. I'm gonna see Honeyland.
Honeyland.
And the last one, a drama. Lola controls her personal life with the same ruthless efficiency she uses to optimize profits in her job as a business consultant. But when a tragic event forces her past back into her life, Lola's grip on reality seems to slip away.
Run, Lola, run.
It's a good movie. Starring Valerie Panchner, Pia Herzengagger, Maivie Horgenberger, and Michelle Barthol. The ground beneath my feet. God, that was hard to read those names.
If you can't read the name, most likely you don't. I'm gonna give you that much.
Well, so that means Skin was fine, because that was Jamie Bell, Danielle McDonald.
I know Jamie Bell. That doesn't mean I'm gonna run out and see Skin.
I don't know who Jamie Bell is.
I use a guy.
Oh, thanks.
I can't really describe him.
So out of all of those movies, we got two maybes, or two watch eventually, out of Once Upon a Time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Oh,
Usually after I read a bunch, one of them in the middle is like, oh, wait a minute, I might watch that one. Like a horror movie comes up that I might watch, or like some weird comedy that somehow flops in, like Honeyland.
Oh, shit. My next date night movie.
All right, so let's go to the movies the top 10 movies. In its first weekend out, made $191.8 million. The Lion King.
Got some of my money.
It's a lot of money.
It got some of mine.
That is a lot of fucking money.
That shit was amazing.
It isn't a machine, no. Fuck, I'm right.
Second on the list. Second on the list, its third weekend out. Made 21.2 over the weekend. It's made 319.9 overall.
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, I know it was in the Spider-Verse.
It's one of the spiders. In third place, in its fifth weekend out, it's made 376.5. It made 15.6 over the weekend. Toy Story 4. Did you injure yourself again?
Shot to my knee.
Oh, no.
Shot. Everybody.
Sorry. In fourth place, its second weekend out, 23.9 million total. Made 6.1 over the weekend. The hurricane movie, Crawl. So Crawl has made basically 24 million in 2 weeks. And I guess a tropical depression just formed because it showed up on the trending Twitter. Because Twitter just did its system now, and it's now a continuous rotating update on the side of the thing for trending topics. In fifth place, its fourth week out, it's made 57.5 million total, 5 million over the weekend. Yesterday. In sixth place, in its second weekend out, made 16.2 total, 14.1 over the weekend. The comedy movie Stuber. In seventh, 340, ninth weekend out, it's made 340.3 million, 4.1 over the weekend. Aladdin. I think Aladdin's going to get passed by The Lion King.
Great movie.
But I think it's going to get passed by The Lion King.
I know.
Because it got a bigger start than Aladdin did.
They're playing at both of Set to Drive In this week.
Both of them are?
Next live action. Is it Little Mermaid?
It's a bunch coming up. Mulan's coming up.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid.
I think they're Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, really?
No, I was joking.
I
wouldn't-
another one I can't.
I wouldn't mind it, though. Actually, I wouldn't mind the Emperor's New Groove, honestly.
I don't know how well that would translate.
Hercules. Sorry. In eighth place.
devil in it.
In 8th place,
Yeah.
Hades.
I would too.
8th place, 4th weekend out, $66.5 million total, 2.6 over the weekend. Annabelle Comes Home. In 9th place, in its 3rd weekend out, $22.5 million total, 1.6 over the weekend. That horror movie Midsommar. And in 10th place, its 7th weekend out, 151.6, $1.5 million over the weekend. Secret Life of Pets Part 2.
I only made 156.
What's that?
So I only made 156.
151.6.
Oh, 100.
Still, it's
It's a lot of money for animation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It depends how much they had to pay the voices.
$1.25.
A letter.
Yeah, probably. Could you imagine if that's what? Yeah, we cut the script down a little bit. Nope.
Nope, bitches.
No, just make me go make me do some noises.
Promise me 3 million letters at least.
I'm down to 2.8 million. You gotta pick it up a notch.
Make it work.
So The Lion King was in 4,725 theaters.
Lady in the Tramp.
Is that
a live action one coming out?
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Apparently, Snow White is on the docket.
You've already done some live action Snow Whites though.
There's actually a Cruella
A new Maleficent's coming out. That's what I was thinking.
That's coming out this year.
Yeah, that's what.
Cruella with Emma Stone is Cruella, I believe.
Huh?
Didn't she play the girl in Beauty and the Beast?
No.
That was
It's Hermione. That's one I know as.
Emma.
Watson.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a whole damn list because Pinocchio's on this.
Yeah, they just released a giant version
Hunchback.
at Comic-Con. They released a whole different thing.
Are they saying they're doing it, or that's what they want to
They
do?
already have like these are the directors and the writers. So you have
They've already been greenlit and stuff.
Writers. Where are we? Pinocchio.
I don't know.
Pinocchio. Then this one, Cruella has a cast.
Emma Stone and Emma Thompson.
Yeah, Emma Thompson might be the Cruella.
I think she has to be because I'm like, how is Emma Stone going to be
Isn't
Cruella?
she like 3 feet 7?
No.
Oh.
4,415 theaters, Spider-Man Far From Home. 3,750, Toy Story 4. 3,170 still is Crawl. You think they're all in Southern theaters?
They just can't get in the theaters to get the movies out.
2662 was yesterday. Stuber's still in 3050. Aladdin's still in 2105. Annabelle Comes Home is in 1981. Terrible year. Right, Bill?
What?
He's still looking at what's coming up.
Secret Life of Pets 2 is in 1380. Midsommar's in 1105. Oh, Avengers Endgame, which became the top grossing movie all time this past weekend.
Yeah, so James Cameron tweeted out a message.
No, it's up to 854,531,934. It's still in 985 theaters.
And 12 cents.
Yeah, 12 cents, yes. But it's still made just on Sunday alone 455,000.
Who the fuck is still watching this shit?
There are people who have seen it 25 times.
These people are fucking stupid.
You got to think that's 3 hours each time.
I've never seen 1 minute of it.
That's 75 hours. That's 3 days worth. And 3 hours.
The ticket price, depending where they live. How
Yeah.
much they got.
Yeah.
Jesus, it comes out in digital in a week and Blu-ray in 2 weeks. I agree.
The movie The Farewell was in 35. Wow. The Farewell was in 35 theaters, and it made $346,000 just on Sunday.
I've never even heard of this.
It's been out 2 weeks. Oh, it's that we talked about it. It's the foreign movie with the old grandma, and they all come together before she dies for like saying their farewell. We talked about it. I remember I couldn't read the names.
Okay.
550 theaters, a movie called The Art of Self-Defense. Rocket Man still in 740. John Wick 3 is in 584. Black in Men is what I was ready to say. Men in Black International 554.
Good movie.
Super 30 is in 189. Pavarotti's in 143. I think it's the most it's ever been in. The Last Black Man in San Francisco still hanging around in 149. Wild Rose 185. Gorilla King of the Monsters in 218. Shaft still hanging in 229. Dark Phoenix in 185. What's that?
Gorilla?
What did I say?
Gorilla.
Godzilla. Did I say Gorilla?
Yeah.
Oops. Late Nights in 146. Child's Play is down to 207. Child's Play only made $28 million.
Total?
Total.
Wow.
28.7 to be exact. Man, Mark Hamill couldn't do it. That Bethany Hamilton Unstoppable documentary we talked about is in 138. Anna still in 73. Shazam still in 63. Dumbo still in 65.
And that's out. Both of them
Yeah.
are out.
Yeah. A movie called A Free Trip to Egypt, which came out like many month and a half ago, was in one theater. And then the movie that made the least amount in a day is Halston. They made $134 on Sunday in 3 theaters. That's it. That's the end. Anything you guys want to add for the show today? Or are we good? We actually made it to 2 hours today.
I just want to say that Lion King was really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Was-
Expectations.
Even with the high expectation, it still was good. It wasn't everything you remembered.
Well,
Just with the new...
I didn't go in it like I didn't see it as a child. I didn't see it till
You were older.
an adult, and then seeing a Broadway show, which was better than the movie. And it was.
But how great was it to hear James Earl Jones actually still
I
do it?
don't think I would have seen it if it wasn't James Earl Jones. That's the only one that couldn't be recast.
No, it's hard. It's really hard.
Even if you can find someone very similar, you can't recast.
Christ, they
James
even
Earl
got him
Jones.
for Star Wars.
He ain't gonna die. Him and Morgan Freeman's voice should live on.
Well, there's
after
so
they die.
much that they have on film and in the recordings. They could splice things
They
together.
had to, 'cause
They
you
could.
can't redo James
Yeah.
Earl Jones. You have to keep.
They could splice it all together in any movie. You could be like, man, we wanted Morgan Freeman. We can splice it together. All right.
Just close for them for looking at it.
Yeah. Just be like, you're still gonna get some money.
And take $500,000
$500,000 just for us splicing.
just for you doing nothing.
And we have to do a lot more work because we have to edit a ton.
Just give us the yes.
Yeah, but then they have to pay the rights for all these other movies that are along the line. But anyway, that's it for tonight. Nobody else have anything? Do you have anything that you want to...
No, it's good.
It's what, Billy Lewis FRP on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Just to like his okayest award. He wants 279,301 likes. That's his goal. That's what we said.
Really?
I didn't know
We can retweet it because you know our show gets tons of.
that. That's fine.
You got to... What I'll do is...
This has been the most okay show.
Nice.
Aaron said, "Don't be talking about her husband's show."
I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't think she gives a fuck.
She doesn't give a shit.
You see the look she just gave me?
But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. Thanks for being on the show, Bill.
You're more than welcome to come back next week.
We'll see.
That's why Aaron just rescinded your offer.
She's threw your contract away.
And she said, "Where's her new Brita, bitch?"
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you said you were going to bring one. How dare you? How dare you break the Brita?
How dare you?
My mom has a Brita. Do you want me to bring one over here for you to break it?
Yeah.
Fuck your Brita up.
I'm gonna buy you one and break it in front of you. I don't even care that it wastes money.
Bill's got a message for you. Just breaks it. But anyway, thank you guys for listening.
Great to be with you.
That'd be a good joke.
This has been Not a Clue Podcast. Remember, you can find us here at Spreaker.com/show/Not a Clue Podcast, Facebook.com/Not a Clue Podcast, on that Twitter thingy at Not a Clue Pod, Instagram at Not a Clue Podcast, Billy Lewis FRP on Instagram as well. If you want to, give him a little followy-allowy. You're welcome. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
So much.
Subscribe to our
host.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Name of the channel is Not a Clue, all one word, so I guess podcast, and that's it.
That doesn't matter.
I'm Brad, that's CD.
Free Willy. I like it. We're talking about Willie Johnson, right? From the block. Him and Jenny grew up together.
Yeah. You know, it's Julio Johnson.
Julio Johnson. Look at that Johnson.
I used to call him Vominos Johnson.
She's saying, look at that Johnson.
You remember at the end of
Oh, yes.
not the Underdogs. Oh, thank you,
The what?
Austin Powers.
Yes, look at that Johnson. But anyway, I
Chime in there, homie.
haven't signed off yet.
That sounds about right for the end of the
Yeah, that's
I
right.
was just about to get real personal.
Oh, all right.
You were going to say.
Yes, I'll turn up the volume here so that you can whisper it gently into the microphone. But anyway, bye everybody.
Adios.
Adios.
We're still technically.
Benvenuti.
There you go.